All right, chat. So I'm watching the Capcom Cup group draw today. I really wanted to watch this on stream because I am hyped for Capcom Cup. Okay, like there are a lot of strong players in the cup. Okay, gotta pick the title real quick. Let me pick
ticket to Capcom
Black
Cup 11.
Is not correct.
Welcome to the official Capcom Cup 11 group draw. I am one half of No Neutral, Hollywood, Rob TV, and I am joined here with none other than White Chocolate, Brian F. What's going on with you, bro?
You know, I was wondering which title you would go with for this reunion that's been a few years in the making, but you had to choose the white chocolate one, huh?
Yeah, I think that's people's favorite nickname for you. That's what people call you nowadays, right?
You saved the big one, you know, for the big event, because we are at the Capcom Cup group draw. We will be deciding today the fate of these 48 players to decide which groups they will go into for the group phase of the Capcom Cup. And at the end of that, they'll be playing for $1 million.
A milli. You got Punk, you got the Bird, you got Xiaohai who won Esports World Cup. That was hype.
Now with that being said, we need to
you got
go
Dual
ahead
Kevin,
and take
JB,
a look at exactly who qualified
Noah the
for this
Prodigy.
year's Capcom Cup. I promise you, it is
I believe
top to bottom. Looking at some of these players right here, some of the players that jump off the screen immediately.
Chile?
Of course, we see my man's Lex, bro. Of course, from New York, Cloud9. The only time we've had two brothers be in Capcom Cup. Him and of course, we'll talk about his brother later on.
I know Killzoo qualified.
In the UK. We've got Killzoo putting in work out of France. Absolute dog. And of course, some of y'all might actually be
shit
not
ton of really good players
this,
qualified.
But even though Big Bird and Angry Bird, of course, we've seen Angry Bird winning Evo and everything. These are two of our most consistent, two of our best players in the world. They don't have a Capcom Cup yet, Brian.
They don't. They do have a new sponsor recently picked up with Team Rejects, looking to do work at this Capcom Cup. And I think their main story with this group of players here is we have a lot of returning favorites. We have Phenom, who's been a mainstay at Capcom Cup for many years now, one of the most consistent players of all time, Mr. Crimson. But we also have new faces and new players rising up to become the more dominant players in their scene, where things might have seemed a little stagnant or like kind of like a consistent top dog running things. We're looking at Diver taking over the spot in Spain and Portugal. We're looking at also players like Juicy Joe stepping up in the Europe Northeast region. I really love Juicy Joe's JP.
Juicy Joe is such a good JP.
So I think we have a good mix of established veterans and new players taking over regions that were previously kind of established. So we're seeing the old guard being shaken up and new players stepping up to bat right now.
And real quick, I got to point out, my man Salty Kid, one, I already know what type of player he was on FPS games and everything with that type of name. Got a 4 instead of an A. You see the face he making? How you a Salty Kid, but then you smiling like that, the little smirk.
He's playing Kimberly.
Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, we might have to
no.
talk about him being in Cup. That said, let's go ahead and take a look at this next group of players that we have at Capcom Cup. First and foremost, y'all see it, the big dog, the man them. I'm talking about none other than Jobby M from South Africa. That man put his scene on his back, put the team on my back, though. We saw him in Capcom Cup a couple of years previously as well. I believe this is actually his 3rd appearance here.
Yes, sir.
And, of course, the biggest moment that we actually saw, Red Bull Kumite actually goes over there to South Africa. We have a David versus Goliath. So people think Jobby M versus Tokido. He gets it done in front of his peeps. Very happy to see Jobby M here. Xiaohai, absolute tearjerker at EWC.
Yes.
Brought his wife up on stage. And look, had me crying a little bit up there, Brian. It was something else.
Oh yeah, Xiaohai means little kid. He had the speech and everything. One of the biggest victories he's had in quite some time, but he's looking to get it done here at Capcom Cup as well. And also we have players who are really shaking up the meta, like I mentioned before. I'm looking at like Soul out of Oceania. No, originally from Kuwait, moved out there, and we're not seeing Travis Styles or ROF, or not even Freezer, who was like the dominant player for a little while in the points, rocking his Honda in that region. We have Soul repping Aki, stepping up to the plate to take that spot. We also have players like Bravery. I want to give a shout out to Bravery. Also his 3rd Capcom Cup. You know, he's always been playing Kami for many years at the end of Street Fighter 5 as well, and now here into Street Fighter 6. He actually qualified out of Asia Southeast from Singapore in the points leaderboard, meaning he had a more consistent record throughout the season than Cien, who Cien is also like a phenom, one of those players who's been in every single Capcom Cup, including grand finals of the very first one, up against Sako back in the day. He's had such a legacy in Capcom Cup. He got to grand finals in the very first one. I think he's looking to finally get his big W at this one. But of course, to me, I got to be full biased here. I'm looking at Kakadu over there, my man Kakadu, back to JP, qualified out of the Japan World Warrior region in the #1 spot in the points. He had one of the most dominant seasons in Season 1, but just fell short in actually getting his qualification spot. Top 8 at EVO, second place at EVO Japan. He won Gamers 8, which turned into like Esports World Cup later on. Showed the world the power of perfect parry, and now he's showing the power of JP in Season 2 as well, back to his old main and doing big work here in Street Fighter 6.
Yo, chat, I got to ask you guys, first and foremost, look at Hot Dog picture, look at Fudo's picture. Which one do you think is more effective going into a tournament? You know what I mean? Feeling good, smiling like Hot Dog, or being Fudo looking like you about to turn into the Hulk or something like that?
Fudo's mean mugging,
Fudo looking serious.
He's looking, people like the meme on Fudo being kind of like Harry Potter looking a little bit, looking a little meek over there. Nah, this man means business. He came back and won World Warrior regional finals in Japan for the second time. He won it last year as well. Had a really good run at Capcom Cup. Eliminated Mena RD as well, who was looking to possibly get his third Capcom Cup finish last year.
Great.
So Fudo, I don't know. The mean mug, it's doing it for me.
Now let's go ahead and take a look at our next group
crazy
of players. As you guys can see, my man's Zangief Bolado. Absolute dog. We just saw last week that he was announced as one of the players that will be performing at Red Bull Kumite. And of course, we seen him at UFA. He gets 5th place, takes out Lex, and then he also takes out Big Bird. With the lights the brightest, he was able to get it done like that. 5th place, extremely strong finish, and he almost went even further than that. That said, my man's Grand Todokai fighting out of Panama. We've seen him doing his thing for a few years now, but I remember last season, Todokai, he kept being so close. 2nd place finishes. I remember even, I want to say, I don't know if it was Kusanagi. I forgot exactly who stopped him last time, but this time, it don't matter. He the big dog. My man is officially in Capcom Cup. Absolutely love to see it, and we might have just a slight bit of bias looking at those 2 players on the bottom right side of our screen.
That is the Midwest favorites right there, Jack and Dual Kevin, the standard representatives of the Midwest region. And also, this slide, it once again reminds me, we have such a mix of established veterans, both to the Street Fighter as a whole and Capcom Cup specifically. We have 2 Capcom Cup champions there in the center with NuckleDoo and Idom returning to compete. But amongst this, we also have brand new faces. We have Limestone, Salvatore over there, and also Blas. Blas out of Chile, qualifying from the South America East region, is officially
I'm
the
so
youngest
fucking happy that Dual Kevin
ever
qualified
into the Capcom Cup. Only 15 years old, doing work out there in Chile, playing his Ed, playing his Ryu, playing his Terry, playing his Ken, going over to Blink Respawn, getting that 7th place finish. I mean, he might be young, but he shows a level of talent beyond what I've seen for the years he's been playing. I would absolutely be terrified to have him in my group.
Wow, I'm not going to lie to you. Blas being the youngest player ever, already qualified at 15 years old. Brian, I know you compete in everything, and you're not in Cup. I'm assuming you must be like, what, you 14, 13?
Yeah, I'll catch up to him soon. Just give me a few more years.
All right, guys. Now, that said, we have one more group of players to look at here. And, of course, last but not least, oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Is that in that green jersey with the abbreviation FLY, FlyQuest on Punk the God, the EVO champion, reigning and defending. And with that being the case, he has the chance to be the first person ever to get EVO and Capcom Cup in the same year. The closest we had, of course, was Momochi in the past, but it was like the year following up.
Yes. Momochi had the 2014 Capcom Cup and the 2015 EVO, but as far as in the same season, it hasn't been done. The only time we've had any kind of record approaching that status would be the player right next to Punk, Mena RD. He's got 2 Capcom Cup championships under his belt, the only 2-time in Capcom Cup history, looking to set that record even further, get that 3rd place finish. And I mean, this slide is this is gnarly, man. We're looking at all the offline qualifiers. We got Chris CCH and JB in there as well, qualifying out of the US Canada West. They are not strangers to this Capcom Cup position, but we see new faces in this position as well on this slide, but all of them went through the gauntlet with international competition galore to earn their spot offline, competing in some of the most stacked tournaments we've seen all year.
Bro, how long can Tokido be a god? That is true fighting game
All this
godhood right
Tokido.
there, man. That's a legend. And on the opposite
Is he like-
side of
I think
things,
he's like-
of course, we got to look at my man's, not opposite in a
Pretty
negative way, but I'm talking about as far as
early
being
for
new. My man's Noah the Prodigy has been one of the most
No,
consistent players in the world, point blank period. But I
doing
do want to do
the
a quick little
fucking
sidebar looking at these players because I think it's
thing right now.
important. We look at Punk the God up there, Evo champion. We look at Nephew, who got second place qualified in Super Premier in Singapore. And that tells us something, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to succeed, quit your job and drop out of school, because that's exactly what happened with Punk the God and Nephew. And I'm not going to lie to you, it worked out. That's some info that I got from Trash Talk. That said, we've officially seen all of our players here, ladies and gentlemen. And this is, of course, an extremely top-to-bottom stacked Capcom Cup.
I'm so looking forward to figuring out who's
It
going
really
to play
is.
who in this format. But first, we got to understand, what are we even doing? What's the format here? How are we going to divvy up these players to determine who fights who and see who's going to, have a little bit of choice words for Rob TV for selecting them into the group of death?
Oh my goodness, Brian. Okay, listen, before we even get to that, as you can see here, now do not be confused, do not be overwhelmed, okay? Big Hollywood got 3 doctorate degrees. He can explain this to you. I got a doctorate degree in numerology. Now, that said, we have things numbered like this because of the fact that we have what is called a redraw rule. And basically, it's just to make sure that 2 players from the same World Warrior do not end up in the same group. 2 players from the exact same tournament series don't end up playing each other in the same group. So if that ever were to happen, then what we would do
I think that's
is put their name to
pretty-
the side and draw
pretty
someone
good
else.
rule
So just making
to
sure
ha-
that things are spread
to
out
have for the
evenly
system
the way
that they
it
had
should
for
be.
this.
Correct. So
cup.
as you can see here, we have every draw numbered. We will be going in order, and we're also splitting these up into specific seeding regions to also encourage more cross-pollination between different players. And you can see here, we're jumping between groups. We have 1, 2 EMEA in Group A, then we're jumping to 3, 4 in Group C. We're breaking these out to have the groups of 2 players per region go first to trigger that redraw rule if it were to occur. Once we have all those done, then we go to the individual players per group. We won't have that coming up for like a North America or a Central and South America, because there's enough groups to completely separate these players across different groups, so that won't occur for those regions.
I'm very
But
curious
just in
to see
case,
how
you know,
these
Capcom
fucking
planned
groups
for
are
this,
going to turn
We'll
out.
see if the redraw occurs. I feel like that adds a little bit of drama.
Y'all reckon we're
yes.
gonna have a
And to,
bath
give it
of
a
death?
concrete example, we have maybe Big Bird and Angry Bird. They qualified out of the Middle East region. That was from the same World Warrior Tournament series, so if they were pulled into the same group, we would pull that one last person drawn, put them back in, and pull someone else out instead. Or if it was like a Shuto and a Nephew who qualified out of the CPT Singapore Premier, both of those players qualified from there, we wouldn't allow those 2 players to go into the same group to make sure we have some fresh matches to deliver for the players and the audience at Capcom Cup 11.
Now, one thing that I want you to deliver to the audience right now, Brian, is a prediction before we see the group. We'll revisit and have other predictions after we actually see the groups.
Of course.
But as we look here at every region that we have, do you think there's one that clearly stands out? If you had to decide which one is the strongest here, and would you put your money on the Capcom Cup champion coming out of?
This is Capcom Cup, man. You cannot call it. Even once we have the groups, you can't call it. I mean, we saw Uma take it all last year. We saw Chris Wong in grand finals. I think that was a grand finals that no one predicted. If I had to put my money on any one of these regions, offline, is that cheating? I mean, offline has the most variety. It's players from all over the planet who traveled and competed offline against some of the best players in the planet. A lot of these players from all these regions were in those offline tournaments that they won. They've already proved they can win when those players are in competition with each other. So I got to go with offline, but anyone could take it.
Okay, me personally.
Honestly, I would go with the online
I'm
ones.
going North America.
Because
okay?
the
I was gonna
online
say bias going.
qualifiers,
Let's go.
in my
Straight
opinion, a lot of them,
bias, you know what I mean? It is
a lot of
what it
them
is.
are kind of like the
America's
wild
apple pie. No,
cards,
in all
right?
seriousness,
Like,
offline gotta be
we
considered.
know
But if you were taking
JB
it outside of that,
and
we
like
have
Dual
heard some
Kevin, right? We
conversation about
know
how
those
strong
guys, but
NA has become.
there
but
are
the
also
levels
a lot
all
of,
over. I mean, look at EMEA. You got my man's Lex. You got Mr. Crimson.
online
and then, of course,
qualifiers
Phenom. I
that
feel like
are
Phenom
either really
is an absolute
established and
unsung
good
hero with the
or
level of extreme,
up-and-comers
results
that
we've
are
seen him have.
are
We've seen him get
kinda
third
kinda
place
wild
at Capcom
cards.
Cup. And of course, if you
Like
got
Blas.
the nerves, bro.
Blas,
I mean,
in my
Angry
opinion,
Bird
he's
and
kind of a
Big
wild
Bird being
card.
there in
Like,
itself is just
we
absolutely
don't
insane.
really see
I
him
mean, we got Central and South
a lot.
America. Those,
Really, the first time we've seen a lot of these
no matter which
younger
way you slice it,
players
there's players from every
was
group
this
here
year
who have
in
beaten
the
players every other group. So there's no
in
way
the
you
in
can
some
call
of
it
the
factually. It's gonna be
offline
who's best and most
qualifiers,
prepared on that day.
specifically
Figure out
at
who
the
compare against once we actually draw them.
Dominican Republic called Blink Respawn.
Okay.
Super Premiere.
Okay, so these machines, the people
Was
don't
that one a
necessarily know
Super
what you're
Premiere? I think it was
talking
just a
about yet,
Premiere.
Brian. So let's go ahead
But yeah,
and show them.
that was the
Brian,
first time we've
please
seen a lot of these
grab what we have
younger
right
generation
here.
players.
Now this, as you guys can see, we have all of these gotcha machines, and we have a very special way of doing things.
I love gotcha.
Now, first and foremost, as you can see, this is North
I'm a
America.
Honkai Star
Every
Rail
player's
player,
name
bro.
is in one of these balls. And Brian, just to make sure that people know that you're not about to be doing no funny business, because they're not trying to trust you like that, please shake it up so they know it's random.
We are not rigging it here as much as we would love to. Listen, if me and Rob were in control here, we would get things done. Unfortunately, Capcom has created this foolproof system. We will be drawing randomly from the gotcha machines. Get in the spirit of Capcom Cup 11 being in Japan itself. It's like I'm back there already. We have our coins in front of us, and we will be drawing these names one by one per region to figure out where they go into the groups and to see if any group of deaths form. And listen, guys, once again, blame Rob. Blame
Bro,
Rob.
are you
Whatever
kidding
goes
me?
down, I've already got myself out of the way, man.
Bro,
It's all
this is
you.
cap. I'm not gonna lie. Last year,
Brian,
there
now?
was the whole Group F situation.
Okay.
Bro,
Respect for Group F.
kind of a slime.
And if
I
I
respect
didn't
it.
want to say
I
it before
respect
while he
it.
was here, it was Ringe.
Don't talk bad about people behind
It was
their back. man. That's all I'm
absolutely,
saying.
it was Ringe. And if anything goes wrong here, it'll be you entirely. Because I only have, feel like, 1 year of really making a big, bad group of death. I have experience now, Brian. So
Okay.
do the right thing and even things out, all right?
Okay.
No Adam, Knuckle Dew, and all these guys in the same group. Now, that said, I
see.
need you
We'll see.
right here, my man's Brian. I think we're about
We'll
to go
see,
ahead and
chat.
get to it. We started
Burger.
off with EMEA. Oh, my goodness. Hold on. First and foremost.
We gotta get the coins.
First and foremost,
Aye.
gotta have a fanny pack. Everybody can't do a fanny pack, but Big Hollywood Rob TV definitely can.
All right.
All right, we coined up. All right,
Let's
come
see.
on. Who is our first player? I feel like this is good luck to be the first player drawn.
Let's see.
All right, come on.
Lucky number one.
Come on.
Who is it going to be?
Come on. Oh, hold on, a little more.
Uh-oh.
Do we need another coin?
That's-
Hold up.
that's
Big
how we know
Hollywood
it's
might
not
have messed it up. It's not rigged. It is not rigged.
That's how you know it's live.
Hold on.
Who's it going to be?
All right, come on. Who we got? Okay.
Deliver
Here
it.
we go, Brian. Please do the honors.
Deliver it.
Please do the honors, brother.
All right.
Our
Player.
first player.
Number one for group number one here is going to be Phenom.
Phenom.
Okay.
Ninjas in Pajamas, Phenom. Back again in Capcom Cup. What is this, his 14th, 15th?
Oh, gotta be.
It's got to be.
Gotta be.
Right?
Phenom is
there
cracked.
he is in Group A, number one.
Phenom plays
One of the most consistent
Cammy, I
players
believe.
of all time. I
believe
feel
he
like
plays
he
Cammy.
wins so consistently that people sleep
I
on
think
him.
he's-
It's
They
almost
take it for
boring.
granted.
I think
They
he
take it for
plays
granted
Cammy
because he's
and
just so
Ken.
fundamentally sound. I mean, what
But
people
I've
are really
mostly
known
seen
for
him
is how
play
he
Cammy.
talks about his favorite character Ken on Twitter a little
The
bit.
toughest character
So,
to use in all of Street Fighter 6.
Absolutely,
Needs
absolutely.
buffs.
I mean, that just speaks to how strong he really is, right? He's able to get such great results
That's
as Ken
true.
in Street Fighter 6. But he is of that caliber, believe it or not. You might not know that seeing his Twitter feed, but he is player number one in Group A. But Rob, who's going to be joining him?
And you
player
can
number
see
two.
with that NIP right there, those guys are the Street Fighter League EU champions.
Yes.
So he is on a high right now. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's get to it. Who is joining Phenom in that same group? Oh, this person's excited.
Tee it up.
They popped out quick with it. Come on, Brian.
Tee it up. Let's see. Who's
Who
it
gotta
going to be?
go up against him. Going up against Phenom is no easy feat.
Oh, no,
but it
they're
ain't nothing but big dogs in here. Open the damn ball, Brian.
They're a little camera shy. Let's see. Who's it going to be? Takamura. This guy is the wild card of wild cards, I would say. He always brings something unique to the table. You know, when people think the games have been figured out, when they think the meta has been solved, Takamura is the guy I look to really revolutionize the way you look at a character. And he's also, you know, normally known for Akuma. He's been playing Ken pretty consistently throughout the Street Fighter 6 lifespan. And always brings a unique
All right. Well,
take to the
this
character.
is already
And
getting
I know
interesting.
no
We
one
got
wants Takamura.
Phenom and Takamura
Oh, no. That
in
is
Group
absolutely the tech
A,
machine. I don't know if you
I believe,
remember when
right?
Adam was like the favorite. My man just absolutely, he prepared so hard for Adam. He had like 3 new things we never even seen in that lower matchup prepared for him. So that is exactly how he gets down. To me, the best tech in the world of Street Fighter, quite possibly. That said, ladies and gentlemen, we are now, as you can see there, we're actually skipping over from Group A
to Group
all
C.
the way to Group C.
Yep.
So the way that it's
Oh,
done is
okay.
actually the order that we're drawing in, of course, because of the redraw rule.
So
All
let's see.
Let's get into it.
Okay, yeah, okay.
First player in Group C, Brian. First player in Group C.
We have in Group C,
Oh, yeah.
name please.
Oh, yeah.
We have GG Hallible, he's back again. What is this? His second
This
qualification
I
at
believe
this
it's
point?
the second cup.
Yeah, he's been a longtime player out of Germany, been super strong, rocking his Ken. He also rocks a lot of different Shoto-type characters, but maybe most known for his win with Manon at last Capcom Cup.
Look, you got to do that sometimes, man. You got to just go ahead and bust out the crowd favorite character, and that tells you something. He understands how to play the game outside of the game, Brian. You got to entertain the people. And Hallible's definitely nice. He came over here with
Ken players so far, by the way.
Remember, it was random, and then of course,
You know,
they
Ken,
both came over here with Salt
kind of a good character.
Absolutely amazing
you know,
to see him back in
nothing
Capcom
crazy.
Cup. That
Dude's
said,
kind of good.
Who we have to find out exactly
Who's joining him?
who is going
Even though
to
he,
join him.
quote unquote,
Let's
kind of
see.
got nerfed like
Group
Rashid.
C.
Dude's kind of good.
Gambling.
Right?
What do we got?
What we doing? What we doing, Brian?
Let's see.
My man Hallible, the first name we have in Group C. Now, I'm going to make sure I go ahead and shake the machine up.
Jabi M, South Africa's finest.
Oh,
this
yeah.
guy has been cooking it up for quite some time.
God.
This is his third
All right.
Capcom Cup, I believe, at this
believe
point.
so.
Came in at the tail end of Street Fighter V, also there in Street Fighter 6. Now rocking exclusively Terry. I saw a direct quote on Twitter. You know,
Yep,
he used
I
to
saw
be
that.
known more for like Chun-Li, played Karen back in Street Fighter
Yep.
V. But Terry came out and he's rocking exclusively Terry. He said on Twitter, "I can't help you with Ryu. I play Terry." Like, he made it very clear. So I'm really excited to see what he brings
got
to
a
that character.
Terry.
I personally play that
Got
character
a
a lot.
Terry
Terry's a lot
in
of
this-
fun,
in this
and so
group.
he's going to be bringing something unique to this Capcom Cup.
Hey, you notice the GG right there?
Ooh,
Come on, man.
GG's.
That's the official. You already see how that's about to go.
We'll see who's going to say GG's after that set in that group.
Now
we'll see.
that's it. Yo, Jabi M, I'm going to say right now on the stream, I don't believe you talk about, oh, I'm only going to use Terry. He switches characters so much.
He does.
He's effective with all of them, though. But he
Yes.
switches characters so much.
Let's see.
Please do not give him a bad draw. He tweeted me. He was like, you owe me from last year when you drew me and Ren. Please do not give him a bad draw,
Maybe he
Brian.
jinxed it. We don't know. Let's shake it up, Rob. Yeah,
Let's
let's
go
just
ahead.
prove to the people.
Come on now.
This is random.
Y'all see
Let's
these,
go gambling.
Y'all see
Come on.
these goddamn biceps now. Come on. That's a good shake. That's a good shake, Brian.
Get that coin in.
All right, come on. Let's see it.
What do
Let's
we got?
see it. Uh-huh.
All right.
I got a feeling about this one.
Oh, yeah? What you
I
feeling?
got a feeling.
What you feeling?
I think this person got a decent chance to be the Capcom Cup champ.
You think so?
I think he got a decent chance to be the Capcom Cup champ, Brian. Right there in your hands right now.
This might be the winner of it all because it's Aegis Mr. Crimson.
See?
I mean, that's not a bad call.
That ain't a bad pick.
That
Mr.
ain't a bad- If you had to pick
Crimson.
somebody to win it all, Mr. Crimson could be the one. I mean, he
Yeah.
came into his own really late-stage Street Fighter V to become arguably at a time the best player on the planet.
It was
arguably.
him and Adam were the only people in contention
Right.
during that time right there. And of course, we know him to be the Dawson extraordinaire.
Yeah.
I mean, extremely
Mr.
offensive,
Crimson,
absolutely
kinda good. Right.
redefined
Dude's
what it
kinda
meant to really
cracked.
play Dawson. And one of the players that showed us like, yo, New France is just
Yep.
at a ridiculous level. He was one of the players that spearheaded that.
Yeah, he's been one of the most consistent players out of France for quite some time. Killzoo is actually the qualifier this season out of the points. Mr. Crimson won the regional final, but that region has been for so long dominant, and he was just like adding to that narrative of France being one of the regions to look out for. You know, we talk a lot about like Japan and Asia, maybe in NA, but in EU and France specifically.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Crimson is really trying to make a case for his region.
Okay, and we're about to see who is about to try to stand in Mr. Crimson's
Okay.
way.
Let's see,
I'm not
Rob.
gonna lie, it's no easy feat whatsoever.
Let's see.
But somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it
Oh,
in
nice
a
roll, nice
Immortal
roll.
Worlds of K Dot. Come on, see Brian, you got to hit that gym. You got to hit that gym, Brian.
I'm
You got
getting,
show
I'm getting
muscles.
beat by the gacha balls right here. Let's see. Next up, Diver.
Okay.
Diver from Chile qualifying in
Diver.
Spain, rocking the
Okay.
Diver's one of the players I was referring to as kind of like the new guard, right? So we saw out of Spain for quite some time, it was like Vega Patch representing in that region,
Samuel.
and then Samuel, who took it over Vega Patch in the last regional finals for Spain last year. And this time, Diver takes it over Samuel. So we're seeing the level of the talent change over time. So Diver's going to be in his first Capcom Cup appearance, really
First
rising to the
Capcom Cup,
occasion
okay.
to see if he can, make his
Definitely a
mark.
You
bit of
know,
a wild
Brian,
card then.
People used to think you were a diver when we used to play each other in tournament. I was
Oh, yeah?
smoke you so bad. They're like, oh, there's got to be a dive. There's no way. You know, we're good
Yeah, 'cause
friends.
I'd be
Trust me,
drowning.
no neutral
Right.
dive type situation. But,
Yeah.
you was trying.
It's true.
That said, ladies and gentlemen, let's go ahead and move on to the next group. I love you, Brian. Let's
go.
see who we got here. Come on. We
Who
still
is it?
got some. We still got some animals in EMEA.
We got some big names left. like Juicy.
Come on, Juicy.
Joe.
Juicy Joe.
I am a Juicy Joe fan for sure. He qualified out of the Europe Northeast region along with Phenom. Phenom always dominating that region for so long. Juicy Joe's kind of making a case for himself. He's getting some wins here and there over the man. Rocking JP, wasn't scared to stick with him after some adjustments from Season 1 occurred, and he only further optimized and developed his JP. Some of the nastiest conversion setups and mix-up and really strong fundamentals. Had some good showings at some offline qualifiers as well for Esports World Cup. I am looking out for Juicy Joe in Group G. I think he's going to be a menace.
You ever steal a little bit of Juicy Joe check before?
Oh, yeah.
That's the ecosystem. That's how it's supposed to go.
Oh, yeah.
You got a good idea,
I
just go
steal
get
all the
shared
tech.
around. That's the only way to do it.
Of course.
That's it, ladies and gentlemen. Come on, we about to see who is going to join Juicy Joe in
let's get
Group
it.
G.
Let's get it.
Let me get a little bit. Let me get a little bit. Let me get a little bit of that. All right,
Yeah, shake it up.
Come on.
Who do we got?
You know that shake-up probably just changed the course of history, right?
That could have been the $1 million shake-up
You
right
never
there.
know.
That really could have been it.
Dang, that's rough.
All right. Next up in Group G, we have Kills You.
Oh,
Carmine Core kills you.
Wow, so
What we were just
Juicy
talking
Joe
about,
versus
one of the
Killzoo?
strongest players, one of the most consistent players out of France, has been for quite some time. Also in that late Street Fighter V era. I remember he had a really deep run at EVO 2022 where he dropped a clutch moment against Daigo. He almost got a big win over Daigo on stream at EVO. But I think since then he's developed and really come into his own. He even got second at Kings of the World after he was already qualified. So he's showing that it's not just online, it's offline as well. So Kills You will be joining Juicy Joe in Group G.
Shout out to Kills You. That's someone who I also always bring up the fact that he was a pro gamer as well in another genre of games.
That should be
in
an
order to
interesting
come
one.
over- It was like from sports
Juicy
games.
Joe.
Right.
In order to come over from sports games to fighting games, you still that godlike. That says something about you.
Yeah, he used to play and win when it wasn't his main game, is what he used to say. Now Street Fighter 6 is his main game, so I'd be extra terrified of what Kills You actually brings to the table now that he has his full focus on this game.
Okay, and now we are focused on our next competitor out of EMEA. Let's see who it's going to be, Brian.
Wait, is my math correct?
What's going on?
Are we down to we're getting down to some big names in this group.
Okay.
We're getting down to some real big names. Hold on.
Yeah, it's some crazy
My
names
process
we
of
ain't called yet.
elimination. I'm thinking about it here. We might have to spread the wings of this paper
Oh,
here.
you're right.
Not quite. Instead, we're holding down back with C9 Lex. Originally from New York, moved to the UK, and didn't tell anybody until we saw him beating up some UK players.
Yep.
Suddenly, out of nowhere, we saw Lex winning World Warrior events in the UK, and he's been one of the top representatives in that region and actually qualified via the point leaderboard. He was the most dominant player in a region with players like Ending Walker, with Problem X, with Broski. Lex is the player who qualified out via points. Solo playing Guile. I mean, that's just been who he's been rocking with since the Street Fighter V days. And he's in Group H now. And we still have his brother, JB, waiting to be drawn as well.
I'll tell you what, though, man. Lex, his improvement, he was already good in 5. But his level up has been absolutely insane, brother.
Yeah. And Street Fighter League as well. He's also still competing in Street Fighter League US. So he has a lot of
I really like Lex. I love watching him play in the SFL. He did really good at the EWC.
Knock on wood.
Even though he didn't make it out of
might
his,
have it in the first.
Let's see.
Out of his group.
If we have
Lex is a really good guy.
Broski's name going to turn up right here?
Oh my
He's
gosh. Let's see.
pretty fucking good.
Come on.
Well, let's see. I don't know. Yeah, this is interesting. On this, we might turn up right away.
It's getting a little risky.
Let's see. Do we have a redraw already this early in the stream? Broski, we
Oh my gosh.
both out of UK World Warrior. That's a redraw. That's a redraw.
Wow.
In the first seeding group. So we see the rule in action here. You know, I thought this was pretty exciting. I wasn't sure if this was actually come to be.
Yeah, I didn't know if we would even get one.
Wow. So we got to put that one back, put it aside, and draw the next name.
Okay, yeah. So, guys, and again, we just have to make sure that 2 people from the same tournament series do not end up playing each other. So, right now, we're just going to set him right here to the side and draw another name, and then we'll reinsert him.
He's out of the cup. I'm sorry.
Yeah, he's
sorry,
out.
Broski.
He's DQ, bro.
We lost your name. It's over.
Here, let me just send him back here. Yeah, fine. All right, come on.
All right.
Who are we putting in there with
Who's
Lex
joining
instead?
Lex instead of Broski? I mean, we're we're getting real low on
I
names
can't believe
here.
that actually happened right there. That's fire.
Right. We weren't sure. This is not planned. We do not know. Here we go. Joining Lex. Angry Bird.
Okay.
One of the
What?
most dominant
And
players in the world of
Angry
Street
Bird.
Fighter, period. Angry
Oh my
Bird, the EVO
God.
2023 champion. He's back in action
All right.
in Group H.
Bro, absolutely one of the most insane players that we have in the World Street Fighter for so many years now, bro. Him winning EVO, I feel like he had one of the most emotional EVO wins that we've seen point blank period. And then, of course, even Gamers 8, he ended up getting second place going up against Kakaru there, if you remember. My man's Angry Bird, absolutely insane. And, of course, Street Fighter League EU World Champion. For you to,
MVP, like, did he lose? I think he lost maybe 1 set or 0. So, yeah, so he was super dominant in Street Fighter League EU, so he'll be competing as well in Street Fighter League Worlds for Team Ninjas in Pajamas.
You know how sick you got to be in MVP contention for 2 different Street Fighter leagues? Bro, he's definitely won MVP over here in U.S. as well. That said, as you guys can see, right, God damn, Broski, I'm
sorry.
doing you bad. I'm
You're
sorry.
out.
Broski, I'm sorry. I know the stream is watching this right now. I'm sorry, Broski. I didn't give you no bad luck.
Listen, we're supposed to be subtle when we rig Capcom Cup.
Broski cash.
So I'm putting
Ace?
Broski right here,
Come on.
back
Crazy.
into the joint. And,
Okay,
of course,
shake it up.
we got to shake it up.
Shake it up.
All right, come on.
All right.
Let's see what we got here. Insert
coin
my
in there.
coin right here. Come on. Gotta drop your quarter, real FGC thing. All right.
Okay.
Who we got now? This is not the same group now. We're on to a new group, ladies and gentlemen.
It will be Salty Kid, PHX Salty Kid, rocking that Kimberly.
Oh.
I know no one's happy about having a Salty Kid.
No.
in
Bro,
their
I've told
bracket.
you, bro, if you put 4 in your name and you for the A and you play Kimberly, my man's out of Belgium and everything, you know exactly how he's about to get down. I feel like he's putting up the Capcom Cup without a care in the world. In all
Right,
seriousness, much respect to my man Salty Kid for qualifying for Cup, and he's going to be a force to be reckoned with. Which group is he in right now?
He's in Group B, so there's no one currently else in that group right now. So we'll have to wait and see who's going to be joining him from like the Asia and Oceania regions. So it's going to be a lot of stress for everyone seeing if they get placed into that group to be
Okay.
joining this menace here, Salty Kid.
And
Salty
just like
Kid.
that, I believe we're only down to 2 more people in EMEA.
Really?
Let's see. Yeah, yes. Looking like only
I
2.
wonder who those 2 are.
Okay. Let's see which one of them is coming out next. Who enters the battle for the $1 million at Capcom Cup, Brian?
Who could this possibly be? Oh, they're camera shy. Let's see.
Come on, pop out.
They don't want to know.
Sometimes you got to pop out and show naysayers.
Let's
You
see.
feel me, Brian?
I might be feeling you. I don't know if this capsule's feeling you. Let's see who it is.
All right, what we got?
Wait, how did he get back in there? Rob, we're supposed to rig it.
I made a mistake.
We're supposed to
I made
kick
a
him out of there.
mistake.
Okay, Broski, you get to play at Capcom Cup. You earned it fair and square. Broski, you have been drawn. You will be placed into a fresh group there. Group D, Broski leading the charge there. Yeah, Broski's been having a phenomenal year, right? I mean, he switched to Aki. He is probably the most known Aki player on the planet. Content creator extraordinaire, amazing streamer and content creator, and cooking up. His level in Street Fighter 6 just seems to keep climbing and climbing. Character specialist, he found a character that he clicked with and is just pushing her to the limits. So,
Bro, his
yeah.
Red Bull Kumite run, oh my goodness. That was the stuff of legend. The whole crowd was biased in person and watching home on stream, just seeing him cook up with that Aki. Much love to my man's Broski, content creator extraordinaire. And obviously, we already do know who this last name is, but just to give him the respect, you know what I mean?
Give it to him.
Just for the formalities, go ahead and pop
Who
that
could this
name open.
be? Who could this be? It is
I'll give you one guess.
none other than the Big Bird.
Oh, yeah.
Also, just recently joining Team Reject along with Angry Bird. Big Bird, one of the most consistent players
Yep.
of all time. Second place at EVO this year. 2-time second place finisher at EVO. He won, the DreamHack Sweden qualifier as well at the Esports World Cup. One of the strongest players we have in the scene for so many years now. One of those players who started very young as well and continued to be a top performer. And he hasn't really had quite the Capcom Cup showing he's wanted or is capable of so far. So I would be super scared of Big Bird in my group, rocking that Rashid. Drop that Marissa like a bad habit,
Yep.
and then picked up Rashid.
He's a rare case
and
where
it worked.
I
it
love
worked.
when I see that. People complain, cry about the character. Oh, I want to switch characters. He actually switched and immediately saw success with Rashid.
Right.
I feel like Big Bird and Angry Bird just always going to be one of the best stories that we have in the world of Street
Absolutely.
Fighter. These guys are from a region that didn't have as much light, as much shine, And just at first, of
I
course,
gotta
obviously we
go
have
for
players
Big
here,
Bird.
but
I have to
just with
root
them
for my
training against
Rashid
each other,
players
they became
always.
two of the best players in the world. Now, of course, we see him here again at Capcom Cup. That's it. That is it for EMEA. What is our next region that we have, Brian?
We're going to Asia and Oceania. I mean, this thing is filled to the brim with killers here.
Asia
So we're
and
gonna see who
Oceania.
is going to be
Oh,
placed
boy.
into what group. And, you know, I still don't think we can really call where this is going yet. I think after maybe we get through a little bit, like half of these, we might be able to see the shape of things to come. Right now, every group is looking stacked. All these players are super strong, but Asia and Oceania is up next. So should I
How about, let's
swap spots here?
Let's swap it out, Brian.
Will we have
Put
a
some
group
blame
of
on
death,
me.
I
chat?
want you to have
Will we
some
have
of
a
that
group
pressure
of
on
death?
you that Big Hollywood
Yeah, let's
been
see.
dealing
Let's
with,
see.
bro.
Let's
Will
make
the
some
curse
bad gambling over here
continue?
Because you know, I can't let you have all the fun. Let's shake it up. Here we have, of course, it's real.
Asia and
Shake it up.
Oceania.
All right. Let's see how it goes.
Come on.
Coin going in. Let's turn that handle.
Man, this region is insane. Oh my gosh. I'm just picturing some of these names. Yes, thank you very much,
First
brother.
one up.
Oh. All right, I was talking crazy to you about the ball, not opening it up. Okay, bam,
Better deliver.
boom, smooth.
That was pretty good. I
That
can't
was kinda
lie.
smooth,
That
wasn't it?
was pretty good.
Okay, the first name from Asia and Oceania. We have C. Anik. My man actually is, of course, fighting out of Bangladesh, rocking with that Chun-Li. And, of course, he actually plays
He plays every character,
a
man.
lot of characters,
I wouldn't even
though,
say
you
he
know what I
plays
mean?
just
Like-
Chun-Li. When you look at the results out of its region, he is dominating that region with any character he feels on any given day. Almost like a sort of like a Javi M situation where they can bring any character to the table. So I'm curious to see what he locks in with for this Capcom Cup to really put
Me
his
too.
region on
I'm
his
very
back.
curious to see
But
what
it's gonna be
Cianic
a really
and
interesting
Javi
contender.
M will do.
Okay, that said, ladies and gentlemen, who are we about to have up next,
Here we go.
Brian?
Let's go gambling.
And is he in the same group? Is this person actually going to be in the same group with C. Anik? I didn't get a good look.
We have to see.
We'll have to
it
see
might be in
after
a separate
this.
group.
Okay, come on. Bam. Boom. Let's see what we
That was
got,
quick and
Brian.
easy.
I'm trying to tell you.
That was quick and easy, man.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my God. None other than never lose, never lacking, never been lame. I'm talking about NL. The big dog. I consider him the Terminator because that is exactly how he plays. He gonna walk you down. He gonna stalk you, and it's gonna be ugly. In the end of the day,
NL
he
is
gets his
hands down
W's.
one of my favorite
NL is a
Akumas
force
to
be
watch.
reckoned with, and
NL
definitely I
is
can see him winning Capcom
insane,
Cup
dude.
this
Like
year.
his
Absolutely. I mean, he was
his
one of the best
fucking
performers in Capcom Cup last year,
game
and, yeah, we call him the Terminator. for a reason.
SFL
He's
US against
mechanical,
Mena,
precise. He's
shit
always
was
moving
fire,
forward.
bro.
He knows when to press the buttons at the right time.
This dude,
Because he's-
NL
I don't know if I want to call him upset.
is
because when players
insane.
took out Punk in Esports World Cup, right, fresh off his EVO victory. But he's just that dude, and he's been that dude for so many years. So I think Salty Kid and Cianic definitely have a lot to contend with NL. But still, you can't call it either way. But Group B starting to fill out. We're starting to see the shape of things to come a little bit right there.
I'll tell you
NL.
guys what, for you players out there, as Ryan gets
I'm
the
going
next,
for NL to
our
make it
next,
out of this
joint,
group. I really
have to
like
say,
NL.
For you players out there, when people think, oh, this group is going to be NL's group, this is so-and-so's group, you gotta stand up and let people know this is my group. That's what LaShar did
That's what he did.
last year in
You
that
never
group
know.
F. That's
I mean-
it, ladies and gentlemen. We do
True.
have our next player.
Shark,
Come on.
crazy, bro.
Bam.
You're making this too easy, man.
I'm not gonna lie,
I
bro.
got to step it up.
You gotta hit that gym with me. We hit it earlier. Okay, that's the problem. You need a little bit of bravery in your life, Brian.
That's
That's
what it
exactly
is.
what it is. My man, bravery, fighting out of
Bravery.
Singapore. You brought up the fact that in the end of the day, oh my bad, I know we still had the cam. Let's make sure you get your
Show
you get
that
your
name,
shine.
man. Let's show
Let's
that
make sure you get
name.
your shine, bravery. My apologies, brother. Now that said, as you can see, oh my gosh.
Broski
and
and
bravery
Bravery.
in the same group. Now with bravery, can be absolutely insane. We've been seeing him cook even in Street Fighter 5 as well. But what's interesting is in his region, he actually ends up qualifying through points. So he was the most dominant player. He beat out Shin by, I want to say, 10 points.
Yes,
so
sir.
that's absolutely phenomenal to see. And some of these regions, we might be seeing a little bit of a changing of the guard, perhaps.
We'll see. We'll see. Bravery is actually no stranger to Capcom Cup. He's been there plenty of times. Broski on his first Capcom Cup appearance. It'll be interesting to see how that stacks up. Let's shake it up a little bit, by the way. Let's make sure. Remember, this is random.
Oh, yeah, look at that forearm. Use them forearms, Brian.
I'm trying, man. I don't know. I got nothing left
All
in the
them
tank.
years of dash punching.
Oh,
All them
Brian,
years of
that's
down back
crazy,
and free
man.
anti-airs
You'd
will
think of
stand
that
medium
after something.
punch. Okay.
All right. Next one.
Come on. Brian, how come you chose to use a character where you didn't have the anti-air back in the day?
Gets the job done.
You just press the medium punch and
Oh,
just
yeah. That's hard work. Honest, hardworking anti-airs.
Oh my goodness. Speaking of a player that makes his opponents work hard, I'm talking about VX Bow.
Wow.
This is an absolute beast. We've seen him even in multiple years now of Street Fighter League putting in work. We see my man's Bison. I'm talking about VX Bow. I feel like he just walks up there, no fear, nothing but confidence, and he knows that he is going to get the job done. I would consider him someone who he doesn't have phenoms results. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is I do think he's somebody who might be a little bit, people need to put a bit more respect
He's
on his name.
approaching that. I mean, he was the player who caused one of the bigger upsets as well in the final Capcom Cup for Street Fighter V. Eliminated Punk in the Cody mirror where he was inventing new tech to get things done.
Fire. With the Zonk.
Yeah. Now he's playing, and Bison played some JP. He picks the dirty stuff, dude.
Yeah, he does.
This group is looking gnarly. Broski, Bravery,
Yeah,
VX
Bao is definitely a bit of
everybody
a
is stressing
dirty
about
dog.
Everybody in this group. Each one of these players is like, man, which that's how you know you got a good group. When I know all those players are stressed out right now.
I think VX Bao is
We're going to the next
player
one.
to
See that-
keep your eye on,
that
definitely.
Group F.
Oh my
Group
goodness.
F.
And look at the first
And it's
name in
already
Group
starting
F.
off with Big Bird. Bro, I'm sorry, guys. I'm
Gamers,
too close
Group
to
F
my
of death.
Group F is the group
It's
of death
already
again.
starting.
Bro,
Group F
Big
is
Bird,
the
it might be
group
your
of
time.
death
Angry Bird
chat,
had it last year.
okay?
Let's see who's joining Big Bird. And
We got
Big
Big
Bird, when
Bird
you
in
say-
that
if you
bitch
gotta send out a
already.
crazy tweet, you see who's drawing this group right now.
I remember this
this
is
is crazy,
Asia
you see
Oceania.
who's
We got
pushing
we
those
still got
Trigger's,
Lashar.
capsule right here.
We
don't
got
know the
Shao
results.
Hai
It could
in
be
there.
anything until Rob opens it,
Tokido.
so-
Okay, come on. Let's see.
We still got killers left.
Oh my gosh. I might want to peek a little bit.
Oh,
Oh, that's how you feel, Brian?
Oil King.
Oil King.
Oil King.
Putting the
and Big
Rashids in
Bird.
one group?
Oil
Uh-oh.
King
You
chat.
might be doing the Lord's work, champion.
Oh, I don't know. Depends on who else joins them. They might be cursing us out. Let's
Man,
see.
we got
Big
Dual
Bird and
Kevin
Oil
in
King
there, and
already in
JB.
Group F. Oil King, one of the most consistent players.
Group F's
for
gonna
how
be
many
crazy.
years now, doing work with his Rashid. Also, Paxamine Terry, he actually won the final World Warrior for his region with Terry as well. So you think he'll rock a Terry at Capcom Cup?
You know what? I honestly could see that happening, but I mean, at the end of the day, you got level 2 at Rashid. Why you playing around?
I agree.
Don't
I
play
agree.
around with us, bro. Don't overthink it.
Group F looks
That's not the time.
gnarly.
Honestly,
Oh
just
my
pop the
goodness.
SR.
Let's
Yo,
see.
Group F really might be the group
Let's
of
see.
death.
I don't know. Let's see.
We
Who's
got
joining them?
Being a Group
Big
F
Bird
might
and
be a curse,
Oil
bro.
King in the group of death already.
3
That
years
might
in
be
a row.
curse. Okay, and
Who's
let me
joining
see.
them?
Oh, is this Group F2?
This is Group F.
Oh my gosh. You sure?
I'm sure.
Oh my.
Alright, chat. Who is
Oh
it?
my god.
We got things gonna be.
Let's see. Let's see what we got.
Big Bird, Oil
Oh
King,
my goodness.
and Cien. No!
Cien. Cien.
Ain't no way, bro.
Oh my.
It ain't no way, brother.
Oh my
Oh my
goodness.
Big Bird, Oil King, and Shin in Group F, ladies and gentlemen. Last year, Group F, it was put F's in the chat, pay respects to Group F. It's not to that point yet, but Brian, you definitely just added Oil King and Shin to that group right there. So you're not making it easy
bro.
on any of them.
Cien.
Sorry.
I don't have any
Enough
other
said.
quips or jokes to make about it. Man, that is
That's
looking nasty
crazy,
already.
bro.
That
Good luck to
group-
everybody else in Group F joining them in the future.
Already
We're
looking
going
kinda
back on
nasty.
Over to Group A, it seems. We're looping around. We're getting one individual player per group from here on out.
Okay.
Jeez,
From
dude.
Asia and Oceania. So here we go.
They need to. Okay.
Group
They
F is already
Hollywood
looking
Rock
like
TV, some
bullshit.
bullshit here, ladies and gentlemen.
All of
We're
these
on
groups so
TV.
far are
Man,
looking
look at
pretty
that. They just-
strong.
The camera's too good, champion.
I mean,
You know what I'm saying, bro?
you're on the spot, man. They got to make sure you
Hey,
actually open
Brian.
that up properly.
Hey, you talking about my action? Hey, it's Black History Month now.
You're right.
All right.
I'll back off.
All right.
My bad.
All right, now
Next
that's
month.
it. Let's get into it.
Next month is crazy.
Okay. And we have none other than Hot Dog 29.
Hot Dog.
This is an absolute innovator. I love watching my man's
Dog.
DJ go to work. I mean, his DJ, we know about the Bison, everything.
course.
Hot Dog. I remember when the V-Trigger 2 setups came out. He was one of the most innovative players that we've seen. North American Regional Finals, absolutely getting it done. And he has also been on a tear in Street Fighter 6. I believe
man.
Hot Dog is due
Hot
for
Dog.
another
Right.
big-time
Really
performance.
underrated
Hot
player, I would
dog.
say, especially in the first season of Street Fighter 6. He had really good performances, a couple top 8 finishes.
I think
in
Hot
top
Dog's
seasons as
gonna
and
rock
three
the
offline events that we
Bison.
have. But didn't quite make it into the cup. Didn't quite.
I
even have
think
that
his-
showing, so he's in here now.
he's
qualifying
gotten
out of Asia East,
really good.
And I
All right,
feel
like
for
his
Phenom and
his
Dr.
SFL
Mark
match
group as well. These groups look stacked.
against JB.
All these
That
names.
was a Crazy fucking match.
Let me see. Where's Phenom? Which group is Phenom Takamura?
Group A, Phenom Takamura, Hot Dog 29.
Oh my gosh. Oh
God,
my
okay.
God.
Group A?
We got multiple depth groups.
Group 8 already looking kind of scary as well, bro. You got Phenom Takamura and Hot
All right,
Dog.
let's shake it up. We got a few more here.
Yep. Come on. Oh, it's getting good, bro.
So we got Group A and Group F
Gosh.
so far, chat.
Oh my gosh.
Up next, who do we got?
All right.
Let's go gambling. All right, do the honors.
Let's do it. Bam. Boom. Kablow. None
My
other.
guy.
Yes, sir. My
Kakeo.
man's Cockaroo, bruh. That's fire. Of course, you were hyping up Cockaroo with good reason. His results, his performances throughout Street Fighter 6 have been insane. Starting things off, of course, with what he did back there at Gamers 8, showed us what perfect parry really could be. And I will argue, we have still never seen anyone use it to that level of effectiveness ever since that day. He actually went just like Ultra Instinct mode. That was absolutely insane. It was like a Nikali V-trigger popped in real life. My man's Cockaroo qualifying in Japan, the land of fighting game godhood. And if I'm not mistaken, he qualified on points.
He was the point leader. He actually got second place in the final World Warrior event with the point spread is super tight. It's between him and Higuchi, and he barely squeaked out ahead. He got second in that event. Going back to JP for that tournament because he's been playing since the adjustments. He's been playing a lot of Akuma. He's been playing a lot of N Bison. He got second at Topanga League. And then so he had a really successful year leading up to this, second at Evo Japan as well. And then at the very tail end, back to the JP. And he's also frequently the #1 Mai. You know, Mai's been out for about a week or two or so, and he's #1 Mai on the leaderboards as well. So he just understands this game inside and out. He's making me think like of a Punk of the set play kind of dirtier character style. Like he adapts to every character that comes out. And so,
of that type. Of that,
yes,
that
Punk is more of the
archetype.
footsie archetype. Kakadu seems to gravitate towards the slightly grimier play styles.
Yeah.
And he's been doing work with every character, so I know that he's going to be doing a lot of work in that Group C. Joby M and Hannibal have their work cut out for them for sure. But on to the next one.
All right, come on, bro. You already messed up one
play in
group,
a
bro.
group with
Group F, and it's
Kakadu.
looking like that.
It's all Rob. Rob called this
You
all.
already messed up one group, is looking like. All right, come on. But it's good entertainment for the people. It's provocative. Get the people going. Okay. Oh, yeah. Oh,
Beast
yeah.
Fudo.
Fighting game
Fudo.
god.
Yes, sir.
That is exactly what Fudo is. And, of course, I mean, Brian, what do you think is the biggest standout thing right now with Fudo as far as, like, this year, this season?
It's just his pervasiveness, right? Like, he was not, I would say, ahead of the pack in Japan come into this season, right? He played DJ last season with the adjustments, with the new DLC characters. He ended up switching over to Ed for this season. And all the talk about Ed was Momochi. In Japan, it was Momochi, Momochi, Momochi. Momochi did revolutionize and show a new level to character that people did not know about. But come to the end of the season, come to the regional finals. Who do we have? Fudo versus Momochi grand finals in the Ed mirror. Fudo takes it. So that longevity, that persistentness, that ability to always adapt to the meta and the times and get the job done. I mean, he's an EVO champion. He's been in grand finals multiple times. Consistent Capcom Cup high place finisher. Who knows? It might be his year. He might be due one.
I know some people have been watching Fudo for even before this, but for me, I've been watching Fudo since I was watching that Fei Long, bro. You know what I mean? That Fei Long back in Street Fighter 4, and he's been dominating ever since that time all the way up.
Fudo,
absolute
very strong
Two left.
player.
Only two.
Two left out of Asia.
He's running through
Oceania. Let's mix it up one last time.
These groups are pretty
Pop that
stacked
coin in.
so
Pop
far.
that coin in there, Brian.
Definitely, I think Group A and Group F are looking like groups of death.
Rehearse for this practice.
They do not look very fun.
See?
There we go.
I know the tech.
Entertaining,
Yes,
yes.
sir. Come on.
But
Only two names left.
Can't help
ladies
but
and
feel
gentlemen.
bad for the players.
Let's see who we have here.
They gotta deal with that happy horse shit.
Okay.
Smooth with it, man. You got to teach me the technique. I don't
got
know.
you, brother. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my.
You see him? None other than Xiao Hai. Now, again, we see my man Xiao Hai give us the most amazing, the most rousing speech that we've seen in Street Fighter 6 so far.
Xiao
back
Hai
there at Esports World Cup. I mean, this guy's absolutely insane, an absolute animal.
Not only the GOAT of
at that point,
KOF.
but today, I am.
But
Xiao
he
Hai.
quickly
That was fire, bro. 10 out of 10. It's like
cracked
from a movie
the fuck
script,
out
but this
in
is
Street
not a
Fighter
movie.
6,
This
dude.
is real life. My man really is playing
Like-
at that
like-
level.
like he
Xiao
just-
Hai, one of the
he
strongest
pulled
players
up
we have here, and Group G
and
is
took
not
EWC.
happy to see that pick. Don't nobody want to see Xiao Hai.
And he's been going
look at the group.
crazy in
Nobody
Street
wants to
Fighter
see-
ever
look at
since.
Group H next. We have Lex and Angry Bird. Like, there's no way you slice this where this is not stacked.
Yeah.
This is actually brutal.
Hold on. Are you trying to take some weight off of you messing up Group F?
A little bit, maybe.
You shot out here.
Maybe.
All the groups is tough.
Maybe.
All the
Don't
groups is
blame
very
me.
difficult.
Don't at me. That's all I'm saying. Like, leave me alone is all I gotta say.
And now we only have one player left in Asia, Oceania. I'm not sure who the player is.
I think I know
You
who it is.
You remember
Process
off top?
elimination.
You remember off top? Let me see.
I believe I know.
Let's see. Oh, yeah.
Yes, sir.
Oh, yeah. So the sole player left actually.
There you go.
Like that bar?
I liked
That
it.
little something.
I liked it.
That little something for you right there, Brian. Now, of course, my man Soul putting in work with that Aki, absolute big dog, and he's over there in Oceania. Is actually where he qualified, but he is actually from Kuwait.
Right.
And he was actually able to qualify over ROF. He qualifies over Travis Styles. And this is like the theme you've been talking about, Brian.
Yeah.
Some of these guys coming up, it's
so
not
far.
just the same
You
people
got,
we're seeing winning
Broski
over and over again.
Soul.
Soul is an absolute animal. That is not an easy region to qualify from.
No, but he has a tough group that he's going into. He's joining Angry Bird and Lex and Soul. He's the other Aki player, the other dedicated Aki main out of Capcom Cup right now. Lex is one of the players playing Broski every other tournament, right?
Angry
So we'll see if
Bird
Soul's going to be
by
prepared for that
Soul.
matchup. We know Lex is going to be, so he's going to have his work cut out for him. But I know that he can cause some big upsets and get the job done out of Group H. But that about wraps it up, man. We're done with Asia and Oceania.
Wow. These groups are okay. Hold on. Okay. First and foremost, before we move on to our next group, which is our next one? We actually have
We have
Central and
South America coming up next.
Are you ready to say which one looks the craziest yet, or maybe after this next one? After this next one, it'll be easier.
They're all looking crazy. I mean, maybe Group F is
Group F.
a little
So
wild,
far.
but I'm looking at Group G. I'm looking at a group, even Group D. I'm looking at Group H a little bit. Like, these groups are looking gnarly. Group E.
Group A is wow.
Which
bruh.
letters did I forget? What's list them
yeah,
all.
right.
How many did I put down?
All right, go ahead, Brian.
All
Let me
right.
go ahead and switch spots with your champion.
Let's step up.
We are about to go ahead and get our competitors from Central and South America. Let me go ahead and grab a coin first. Y'all know how this thing goes.
All right.
First, give it
Shake
a
it
little,
up, shake
let
it
me
up.
give a little
Central
South.
South.
Little something, Brian. All right. Yeah. Who is first
Let's
into
go.
the fire? Into the fire in the flames.
Let's see who this will be. All right.
Okay.
Up
Okay.
Next, it's going to be Salvatore. There we go.
Salvatore.
He's been doing a lot of work out of the South America East region. He qualified really in a really stacked region. I feel like, he's from Venezuela, but he qualified out of the region with all the Chilean players, right? We had Blas out of that region who qualified via the point system. Salvatore ended up taking it in the regional finals, beating players like Crime. We talk about Blas. Crime is like his partner in crime, literally. They're both on Team Black, both like 15 years old around that age. We saw Crime get like a third or top 4 place finish at Blink Respawn. But out of all those players, including like the Capcom Cup qualifiers past years, Dookie and Shaka, Salvatore is the one who takes it over them all. And where does he end up? Group A.
Oh, man, we were just talking about how crazy that one is. And, of course, Salvatore rocking that cameo. Absolutely going to be fired to see that. Me, personally, I like the footsies. Some people be crying about cameo and all that type of stuff. For
Like me.
See, that's your problem. That's your problem. He's always using the hold down, back, and dash.
Right,
punch.
right.
I like to see that nooch. Shout out to all the cameo players out there. Now, that said, now some of y'all just be jumping all day. I ain't going to sit up here and lie to you.
I mean, it's pretty good.
I ain't going to sit up here and lie to you.
She got that dive kick, man. You better be holding up forward.
All right, come on.
Use the tools.
What
We
got?
love to skip
What we
neutral.
got? Oh, smooth. You like that?
That was pretty good. Not
Smooth, silky.
bad. Not bad.
All right, who we got?
Let us see here. Okay, next up,
Yeah.
the man who's been waiting quite some time to be in this position, Grand Tota Kai. And this is a really interesting one because me and you personally have seen Grand Tota Kai's journey throughout the years. He had been traveling for so long in the Street Fighter V era, supported by his family. And we saw the progression firsthand. I played him in these CPT tournaments. I played him internationally. I played him when I was in DR and bracket. And every year he got stronger and stronger and stronger. He came so close to qualifying in the 2023 season as well. And now he gets it done in the 2024 season for Capcom Cup 11. And there he is in Group B. Woo! What do you think? He's got the JP.
Where's he? Group where?
Group B. He's over there. He's got the JP. He's got the Bison. He's got to be in there with NL, Unique, and Salty Kid.
Hey, Todokai ain't pulling up to play in that group at all. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No.
Todokai, I love that you brought that up, man. As far as his journey, I mean, I remember even like Todokai posting a lot of stuff with just like his personal life, his mom supporting him in the hospital and everything. My man refused to quit, fighting through it all, fighting out of Panama, and has made his way into Capcom Cup. I cannot wait to see my man's Grand Todokai competing at Capcom Cup, and he's actually a mentor to Crime and Black. Yes, he's actually a mentor to those young guys on Team Black, to be honest, which is really cool to see.
Super strong team. All right, Group C, Rob. Halibal, Jobby,
Let's see. Let's see. Come on.
Who's joining him?
Oh, yeah. Drop right out. Come on.
All right. Next name.
All right, what we got?
Okay.
Who ready? We ready.
It is none other than Zengi Polado out of Brazil. I am a fan of this guy. You know, Brazil has been for so long such a dominant region in the world of Street Fighter. I've been so impressed with the level of play they've had in that community for so long. And Zengi Polado has been there for years. He's been one of the most consistent players for so long, but never quite had the big break to have an international performance or to really qualify for Capcom Cup. He's always gotten close in the regional finals, but this year he gets the job done. And before he even did that, you know, we saw his huge performance at UFA in France. Really exciting matches versus Big Bird and Lex, and his match versus Kusanagi in that top 8. He lost that match, but it was like 3-2, super close game. He's finally here, and I like this group. Group C, I like this group.
Oh, yeah, that's exciting. I mean, my man's Jobby, GG. You know, if you actually look up on YouTube, you'll see GG competing way back. It was a tournament where
he's old school, man. He's been a streamer, content creator for a super long time, back in the Street Fighter 4 days.
Gandhi Ryu. Remember Gandhi Ryu?
Yeah.
He's playing in that exact tournament all
He's
those years
Gandhi
ago.
Ryu?
No.
Just kidding.
Shout out to all my FGC OGs. No, my man's Gandhi Ryu. Shout out to my man's Gandhi, bro. My man said he Gandhi Ryu.
It's come a long way.
That's one of the best matches I ever seen in Street Fighter.
I mean, Halibal is a Shoto specialist, you know. Who knows? Showed promise from a young age.
Okay, come on.
Who's
Next
up?
player from Central and South America.
Let's see.
South America.
Who will it be?
What we got, Brian? Oh, is that who I think it is? Yeah.
Blaz from Team Black, the youngest qualifier of all time to Capcom Cup. I suppose he mains Ed. I suppose he just mains the cast. If they have like a low 4 drive rush, if they have like a fireball, if they have a DP, anything resembling a Shoto, this kid has almost mastered them. Like, his level of play is far beyond the years.
And you said you just saw him go. You saw him going crazy with Ryu in the tournament.
Yeah, he won the final qualifier, the World Warrior number 5 for his region with Ryu after using mostly Ed the whole way and like fundamentals that you would expect to see on like a John Choi type. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just like a newer age play style. There's experience that he seems like he should not be able to possess at his age. Yeah,
bro, listen. Down there at Blink Respawn, you guys got to understand, this is Blaz and Crime. These guys' first ever premiere event in their lives, in their young lives. And my man gets top 8. I think he finished in 7th place. After losing, he's all torn up about it. I'm like, oh, this is a champion.
Right.
This Mamba mentality or something right here. Because even in his first ever tournament, his first ever major, I should say, he's salty or sad about getting 7th place. That guy is somebody to look out for easily. Only 15 years old. Insane to see.
Out of Chile. Shout out to Chile. They've been producing a lot of champions and across the genre of fighting games. So
now let me shake this up a little bit again, Brian. Come on.
Let's mix it up.
Making sure it's nice and
It's
safe.
random.
We don't know what's going on, y'all. We don't know what's going on.
It is random.
Okay, come on.
Who's next?
Let's
Get that coin in there.
I'm telling you, that's that Street Fighter 6, bro. I feel like we're seeing like the young guys are coming up a whole lot more.
Right.
Okay.
There are a lot of fucking young players, dude.
How'd you learn to throw a fireball like that? Like, what happened? They got hyperbolic time chambers.
Supposed to be doing some set play.
Yeah.
All right.
Next up, Limestone.
Oh, yeah. Shout out my man's Limestone. Rocking that Ken. You know what I'm saying? Now, with that being said, this, of course, Ken from Columbia, District of Columbia. Now, that said, please understand, some of these players.
How many Kens do we have so far?
I like your name, but in the end of the day, we got to see what you're going to do with the limelight. Because right now, there might be a lot of people who looking at you, oh, man, I don't think you're going to. Forget all that. Put your city on your back. Put your scene on your back. Limestone definitely has. You shine so much. You know what I'm saying, Brian? You're shining right now. You got to get saying goddamn Rhinestone. My man's Limestone qualifying for Capcom Cup. Immaculate Ken play down there, and I can't wait to see what he does. What group did we actually put him in?
We got him in Group E with Fudo, Diver, and Mr. Crimson. So if he wants to make a splash, he's going to have to go through some big players.
You know what, but I'm not minding the matchups right there for Ken. You know, he is a tough character to play.
Right.
We've heard it from Phenom.
A lot of tough matchups.
A lot of tough matchups.
Right.
Ken don't win no matchups.
Yeah.
If we're being honest.
So
but
good
somehow
luck to
Limestone made it work. All right, now, ladies and gentlemen, let's move on to our next
That group,
Let's
group
go.
D is going to be interesting.
What is
gonna be-
going on? Yeah.
Let's see it, Rob.
What we got, Brian? What we got,
Who
brother?
do we got? All right.
Yeah, you look at them
I'm-
hands.
I'm-
Look at them
I'm
hands.
struggling a little
Look like
bit
you're in
here.
a bounty commercial.
I'm struggling. a little bit.
This man look like a paper towel commercial. Yeah.
Uriel Valorio out of Mexico, back again in Capcom
Uriel
Cup. This is,
Valorio.
his third appearance in Capcom Cup.
Second or third. I think it's his second.
One of the most consistent players out of this region ever since the late end game of Street Fighter V. Rocking his Ken, of course, that is his character, and he's back again. to
Again,
do work
how many
here.
Kens do we have in this bitch so far,
Oh
bro?
my God, that group, bro! Do you understand how silly?
Oh.
Yo, what? That group is insane, and the next player from there is going to be from NA. Oh my God!
And offline. It's just
Oh,
getting-
that group F. Okay, we'll wait till we finish all the way. That's crazy.
That group is nasty.
Uriel Valorio is absolutely insane, bro. Of course, as you said, we've seen him in Capcom Cup already, rocking the hat, the sunglasses, and everything.
Of
And you
course.
also see him every week
Oh,
in the
boy.
weekly events like TNS and
Competing
everything.
with the best in NA,
with the
taking
best
sets,
players.
taking wins left and right. So if you haven't heard of this man in the past, just look out for him because he might be maybe the least known name in that group so far, but I would not put it past him to be a little Lashar in that bracket. You know what I'm
I
saying?
tell you what, too, and he the biggest personality in that group.
Oh yeah,
He is absolutely hilarious. He make me laugh, and we don't even speak the same language.
there you go.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I love my man's Uriel Valorio.
All right.
Now, that's
Who do
it.
we
We
got?
have only 2 names left, Brian.
Yeah, getting
Only
down there.
2 names left for Central and South America. Let's see who the first one is.
Let's see
Okay.
the suspense.
Oh, that's a horrible drum roll. They call it without a producer. Yeah.
Bandits Kaba back in Capcom Cup once again. I mean, what is there to say
Kaba.
about this man? Evo top 8 finisher in the group of death last year, actually with his fellow countryman.
Oh, yeah.
brother,
With Mena.
RD. He narrowly dodged it this year just to get thrown into Group G instead with Juicy Joe kills you in Shanghai. That group is looking.
That group is crazy.
Group G is also looking like a group of death, bro.
I'm
What
happy,
the
I'm
fuck?
happy about this, man. I'm looking at every group and I'm like, wow, I wouldn't want that to be me. You know,
Yeah.
Sucks to be you.
We have an
Ooh.
amazing
Juicy
show
Joe
coming
kills
up
you,
in
Shanghai,
Japan
and
at Capcom
Kaba,
Cup
bro.
Because, oh
Kaba
my goodness. Kaba,
is
Shanghai kills you, and Juicy Joe.
in there
That's nasty
with
right there.
Shanghai
Kaba,
and
of
Juicy
course,
Joe
you'll be
and
seeing him
kills you.
next week.
Yes,
Team
sir.
Bandits is competing in the Street Fighter League US Finals. Make sure you guys get your tickets for that. That said, this player is about to see if they
Yeah.
can punch their ticket
Who's
to
joining
become
Group
the
H?
Capcom Cup champ. Let's see.
Lex
I ain't even
Angerbird
put
Soul.
a coin in there, Brian.
You got to pay up, man.
I gotta pay.
Got to put up the stakes to gamble. Let's
you gotta
go.
pay to play. Come on.
Even though I think we might know who's coming up here.
Oh, man.
Let's give him the formality,
Yeah.
give him the respect.
You gotta get the whole ceremony.
Here we go. And the final player from Central South America, Juninho Ross, bringing that
Yes.
Juninho Ross style out of Brazil. He's also been one of the most consistent players out of Brazil for quite some time. This is, I believe, also his third Capcom Cup appearance.
I think it is, and I'm telling you, Juninho Ross. I like that you brought that up. His Ross style. You know, that's actually why he even has that name on there. It's just he plays extremely aggressive. He
Yes,
likes
sir.
to rush you down, get in your grill, and I'll tell you what, that is not easy to make work. Some people want to be all aggressive and run at you, but then they get 2-piece right in the jaw, my man. Do you understand the difference, my man Brian? In the end of the day, somehow he is able to get it done consistently. His Luke is insane, and he actually has other characters as well on top of
Right.
that. I think Juninho, now that he also has, he has Capcom Cup experience in years past,
That's
he's
true.
going to be coming into this with a whole different level of confidence. There is no teacher like experience. Now, I am trying to experience this next group that we have. I
Oh,
think
man.
that is actually, oh my gosh, It's time for America. It's time for North America.
And
If we were trying to rig this, we did a very poor job because at this point, no matter where we put our boys,
They kind of in a
we're
ru-
throwing them to the sharks.
Yeah,
no matter
I'm
what we
not
do
gonna
here.
lie. It's kind of rough.
Oh man, so we'll see where they end up.
Half the way through right now, Brian.
We'll see.
oh no, draft.
Wow. I just feel like I know who you're pulling first. I know who it's gonna be.
You know?
Shake it up.
You can't know.
Shake it up. Okay.
Who is the guy?
Come on, we got JB and Kev.
Jack first.
I just got a feeling, man. I just see
Let's
him
see.
staring. I just feel like I just see his shadow just staring right now.
JB
Staring
and
into the
Kev.
camera, into the
Alright.
abyss.
Those are my
Okay,
guys.
well, thank
See.
you very much.
All right, I
Thank you
love my
very
receipt
much,
players,
Brian.
right?
Our first player, ladies and gentlemen,
I'm
from
also going for
NA
Idol.
is Cloud9's
JB.
B. Let's go. JB qualifying out of the U.S. and Canada West region. Also,
All right,
entering
JB.
the Capcom Cup. One of our pretty much our Rashid
Oh.
specialists. Besides Dual Kevin here in the NA side of things, and he's going on into Group B.
You know what I love, my man's JB. He talked about maybe just like a few months ago. He was talking about how he actually went to a sports psychologist. He went and hollered at a sports psychologist, and it helped him out tremendously. He shared some of that game with me and everything. And I'll tell you what, my man's JB is absolutely on a tear right now. We've seen him be consistent for years, and he is the captain of Team Cloud9, who is also in Street Fighter League
Yep.
US, corralling all of them young guys and making it work. Shout out to my man's JB Group B. Wow, that group is looking nasty.
We avoided the brothers in the same group, at least. You know,
That is true.
that could have been
That's
some family
nice.
drama.
Yeah.
And I kind of would have liked it.
Yeah, awkward Thanksgiving.
All right.
Might have been an awkward Thanksgiving.
So let's
Okay.
see.
What we got?
You called Just a Kid last time. Who is it this time?
All right, let me see. Oh, this one tough. This one ain't trying to pop out. Who's scared? Who's scared? Oh, I know he ain't scared. Never mind. Never mind, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, Midwest finest, mid-best, one of the most consistent players in the world right now, Dual Kevin. He has had a fascinating season because of the fact that
DK,
at
Dual
first
Kevin.
he kept on being just right there.
Both
oh,
of
so
my
close. Being
guys
close to-
are
close to
already
the
going
WC.
up, man.
At
I
the
fucking
end, he
called
has to
it.
go
JB
out
Dual
to
Kevin.
LCQ, beating Daigo and so many other players, and he qualifies, has a great showing. And then for Cup, a few second places, and finally punches in his ticket. My man's Dual Kevin is looking insane right now. Please don't be surprised if he walks away as our next Capcom Cup champion.
Yeah, one of the most consistent players in the tour, period. It's just all about can he get the job done all the way. Like I have absolute faith that he can go the distance, but can he close out that day for the million?
Oh, my goodness.
That's the $1 million question. But we have Group D
Literally.
coming up here. So who this group is looking nasty. Broski, Bravery, VX Bow.
Do we have anybody with a B name in North America? Because there's 3 B's in there already.
I don't know.
There might be some energy in the air.
I think we're losing the alliteration on this one.
All right, let's see.
We'll have to make a nickname.
Let's see.
Who's it going to be?
All right, let's get it. Let's get it, brother.
Who do we got?
Let's see. Hold on. Oh, yeah.
Oh, my
Oh,
God.
yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, a Capcom Cup champion 2019. I'm talking
Idom.
about Headset
Chad.
Idom. Shout out to my
Chad.
guy. You seen him
I literally
at
rigged it.
ECT,
I
getting
fucking
second
called
place, and
it.
then he
I
ended up
said
winning
it.
the East Coast,
JB
the
Dual
regional
Kevin
final
Idom.
Yes.
Literally,
well.
my top
Idom
3
actually
NA
getting
picks
it
were the
done with
first ones to be
Bernard.
fucking drawn.
Where's he at?
I
Oh, he's
fucking
in
called
Group D.
it.
With Blas, VX Bow, Bravery, Broski, Adam. This group is looking
Oh, my
gnarly.
God.
I see the fucking future.
That's
I
godlike.
fucking
But
called
he is
it.
coming in, to set the record
God
straight. He's
damn, I'm
coming in
good.
as a free agent, actually. He was
Pretty
most
good at my
recently
job,
not
chat.
Yeah,
Pretty
that's what
fucking
he's not on
good.
there.
So,
Yeah.
in my
Fucking
past
called
experience,
it.
and personally, I feel like that puts a little chip on your shoulder, right? You know, you weren't,
Oh,
you weren't good enough.
I think I remember.
You weren't good
I
enough?
don't remember the name of the team. That's irrelevant. But I do remember Brian F. leaving a certain team and then was going crazy at a tournament and screaming, "Forget that team!" right into the camera.
I don't know what you heard. Listen. I can't.
Okay.
Support or deny your claims here. But I'm looking out for that man, Idom.
Domination.
Idom heading into Capcom Cup.
All right,
Indeed.
I believe in
He's looking so
Idom domination,
stacked,
chat. All right, I believe in him.
Evo.
I gotta see Broski versus Idom on that cut, bro. That's gonna be so hype.
Broski versus
That's gonna
Idom
be
is
so
gonna go
hype.
fucking
Yeah, shake it
crazy,
up.
dude.
Shake
Mix it up.
What we got?
Let us see here.
Oh, we still got some dogs in there. We still got some real dogs in there, bro.
We got a lot of fucking dogs in
Come on.
NA, bro. We got
Let's see, ladies and gentlemen,
Punk.
from North America,
uh,
fighting out of America.
we still
Our
got
next player is
um.
Chris.
Oh yeah,
CCH.
Chris CCH.
Brian, how many characters does this man play?
He's always going through perpetual character crisis, right? He always is concerned that he's currently not playing the undisputed #1 in the game, but he always lands on a super strong pick. And, you know, he has the Ed, he has the Terry now. I don't know what he's going to go with for Capcom Cup at this point, but he's in Group E. Interesting, I think he was, Christy Siege, you know, he's returning to Capcom Cup, was in there in the final year for Street Fighter V, also in that group with Mr. Crimson and Angry Bird, what people refer to, I guess that was Group F in that year, the other group of death. He's returning to fight Mr. Crimson again, but also has Fudo, Diver, Limestone in that group. Woo, tall order for Chris CCH. We'll see what he brings to the table.
I think Chris CCH will go with the Ed. I think his Ed is really good. In my opinion, he's probably the best Ed in North America.
Who are you about
He's
to add?
pretty fucking good.
Who are you about to add?
Me personally picking the player.
We still got
on
Knuckle
purpose to
Dew.
join Big Bird, Oil King,
To
Cien,
join-
Uriel Valorio. Let's see. Who am I choosing?
Oh my goodness.
Man, group of
I'm selecting this
Group
by hand.
F is
What we got?
looking
Let him know
insane.
who I chose personally.
Who we got?
Accountability.
Yeah,
I love to see that.
I started the stream saying I'd blame Rob, but you know what,
Accountability.
Rob? You're right.
Thank you,
You're
brother.
right. We got to own up
Oh,
to our
yeah.
actions
See,
here.
guys, that's why you got to guess.
Gonna be Punk.
Oh my
Knuckle Dew.
God. Oh, not our little brother.
Oh.
Not our little. This is how you do.
Listen, you
This is
gotta spread your wings and fly. Listen, he's no longer just a kid. He's grown up. He's shot
Jack.
by Rebellion Jack.
Yo,
Jack.
just a kid. We've seen him make talk
Jack.
at Evo
Okay.
in his young career already.
All
We've
right.
seen this guy. We seen him from when he was just a
Okay.
a
You know,
fleshlight.
Jack, he's
When
pretty
all he
fucking
did
good.
was
He's
jump
pretty
all
good
day with tight
jury.
chicks.
Yep.
And now he is one of the best players that we have in the world of Street Fighter 6, rocking that jury,
He's
staring
with
into the
Shopify
camera after
Rebellion,
he
isn't he?
defeats, slays all of
believe.
his opponents. This is absolutely insane. Big Bird, Oil King,
Big Bird,
Shin,
Oil King,
Uriel
Shin,
Valorio, and
Uriel.
Jack, all in the same group, bro.
Rob, I want you
And
to look at
Jack.
the next
Okay.
group and do a process of elimination. Rob.
Holy shit.
No. No.
Rob?
No. Is there only one name left?
There's only one name left.
2 years in a row? No. I demand a recount. I demand a recount. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what this means? 2 years in a row. No, I'm so sorry. Brian, this was you. Oh,
Why
my
Brian
God.
catching strays,
I'm
though?
tripping. I was scared for something else.
You
Okay.
should be excited for this one.
This is exciting. I'm tripping. Knuckle Dude Dangy, Kaba in the same group.
They're in the same
Who
group.
is the best guy? Who
Knuckle Dude
I
Gang.
absolutely love to see this.
And
B-sets,
Kaba.
ladies and gentlemen, Kaba and Knuckle Dude are both.
And Shanghai. And
and Shanghai.
I feel like there's beef all throughout this group. This is nuts. There's history all over the place.
there's
Knuckle
about to
Kaba,
be-
Shanghai kills you, Juicy Joe. This might be, dude. These groups are insane.
Bro, the pop-offs. You telling me there's not gonna be no pop-offs in Group G? I forgot. The reason I was tripping, I forgot that Mina is in the
He's in the
offlines instead of the
offline.
NA. So I thought we was getting Mina
No,
and
we
Kaba.
got
Oh,
the other
that's
story.
right. I
Okay.
forgot. I
This is
completely
amazing.
fucking forgot that the offline
It's
was
happening on
a separate
Capcom Cup.
Dude, you know what?
category.
Officially, I don't care. Listen, can we put this officially out there?
Okay.
And we can see if the chat agrees.
Bro.
I don't care who wins that. I mean, which character you guys pick in the matchup. Whoever wins is the best guy.
I'm sorry, Do
I don't care.
Do has to go with the Guile Mirror.
It don't matter.
Okay,
This is
like,
almost a $10,000 money match.
you know,
now it's a $1 million
I know
money
it's
match.
it's not a
Kaba
$10,000
versus-
it's not a $10,000 money match, but it's
absolutely love that.
Capcom
Technicalities,
Cup.
It's definitely the $1 million match
Okay, it's
happening there.
Capcom Cup. You can't go with the
That's it for
Cammy for
NA.
the
I mean,
mirror
look at where
match
we stand
against
so far. The groups
Kaba
are really
in the
coming together
Capcom
here.
Cup,
And,
bro.
dude,
He has
this
to
is
do the
just-
mirror.
like,
He has
just
to do it.
This is
killers.
crazy.
That's gonna be
Every
that's gonna be
pull
fucking
here.
hype.
And look at that. We
Okay,
still
if we
have
get Kaba
We need to
versus
do offline.
Knuckle Dew,
to go.
that's gonna be insane.
Offline qualifiers.
Bro, I can barely breathe right now. We actually have to put the offline qualifiers in these groups. This is absolutely terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. You cook with that Group G pick, my brother. You cook with that one. I ain't gonna lie. Now,
Well,
I
let's
don't know
see.
why you did our little boy like that. Put him in Group F, my man Jack. But you know
Jack.
what?
He's a grown man.
You're
He
right.
can handle it.
Step up.
Bro,
to the
that's
plate
just a
and
kid.
handle
Get it
this.
done.
All right, now let me go ahead and shake this
Shake it up.
This is all of our offline
The
qualifiers,
players
ladies
that
and gentlemen.
traveled around the world to qualify at the
All right,
premier
so this
tournaments,
is
facing
where
off against the best
Tokido
of
and
the best
Lashar
in
are. You got
international
Nephew in there.
These are the players who got the job
I think
done.
Shuto,
Lights for
uh,
lights.
Noah,
Who's it going to be? Our first
our first
offline
player.
pick.
Mena,
There
Punk.
you go, Brian.
Let's see. Let's see who it is.
Got some killers in there, bro.
Offline. Probably makes that offline man does the ting.
The first offline pick
Who we got?
is going to be Itabashi.
Itabashi.
Out of Japan.
Zan.
Qualifying from East Coast Throwdown. Getting that first place finish over Idom. Idom getting second at that event. He takes it, and he's going to Group A with Phenom, Takamura, Hot Dog, Salvatore. This is an interesting group. This is an interesting group.
Yes, it is. Itabashi, we saw him going crazy at East Coast Throwdown. I mean, how many years have we seen this guy absolutely dominate with the biggest smile on his face, Brian?
Zangief.
Terrifying.
Have you played him in tournament before?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
The
Terrifying.
Geef
You
Meister.
won though, huh?
Oh, I wish. I wish.
Ah, okay.
I
all
wish.
right.
We got our
numbers.
run backs in the money matches and the casuals. You know,
Itabashi definitely be down there running. He
is
definitely
the
be-
guy to run this set. He
Yep.
plays for the love of the game. If you're up at 5 in the morning for some reason at the tournament and you find a setup, Itabashi is likely to be on there smiling and enjoying the game.
Yeah.
But I don't think his opponents are going to be smiling in that Group A.
Oh, no.
We'll see. We'll see who has to go up against here.
Itabashi
Not in the
is
Street Fighter League World
cracked.
Championship though, Rob. We got
Whoa. Not yet. I'm skipping ahead.
We're skipping ahead.
Big Hollywood skipping ahead.
We
My
got
bad,
a little
dog.
excited there. We got to figure
Yep.
out the offlines first.
All right, come on.
This is also going to Group A. They get 2 offline qualifiers in this group.
All right.
Nasty business.
That should be
Let's see.
fun.
All right, let's see what we got.
Let us see. Okay. The next offline qualifier into Group A is going to be
None other than
Fly Punk, the Evo champion, the first place
Fly
seed in Street Fighter League
Quest
US. He
Yes.
is going
Punk.
to Group A to join the Killers there and to be the shark in a pool of sharks up against Itabashi, Zangief, Salvatore, Hot Dog, Takamura, and Phenom.
there really are.
I gotta
no
go
easy
for my
groups
boy
right now.
Itabashi
exist.
There
Zangief,
are no
right?
easy groups, bro.
It does not exist.
I'm a
That's
grappler
absolutely wild. Punk, the
lover.
god, of course,
All
he
right.
said Evo
I gotta go
champion,
for my
fighting
fellow
to be the first player
grappler
in the
lover,
same year
okay?
win Evo and
I don't like-
Capcom Cup. There was definitely an argument
I
to be
don't
had
like
that he is in the best
Zangief
form
as much as I like
of any player
Manon.
in the world right now.
He seems to be winning,
But
with
I do
ease.
like
It's kind
Geef.
of weird. It's like the
So
way he's
I gotta
approached the
go
game,
for my
he's
boy Itabashi to make it
simplifying
out.
again, which is what he always aims to do.
All right, free my boy Itabashi Zangief, right? I believe he can make it out of that.
He made the game look easy, and I feel like he's finally found that that pace in this game. I mean, he was doing it in Season 1. He just didn't quite get the W's at the end. He was one of the most consistent players, getting those third-place finishes all over the place in the big major tournaments, getting second place at the LCQ. And I think he would have gotten really far if he managed to close out the LCQ and Capcom Cup. But now he's also is closing out on top of making it look
And
easy. So
Man.
I think
I'm
Punk
terrified
is
for
definitely
anyone
one of
who
those
gets to fight
players that
in
have a
this
very
All
good
right,
chance
now
of taking the
that's
whole fuck.
it. The level is not about to be going down. We're about to pull another offline competitor.
100%,
Let's
100%.
see. Let's see who we got up next, Brian.
Let's see.
Let me see which tournament. Which tournament is this? Which big dog
The next
coming out the cage?
player. Shuto qualifying as a
Shuto.
CPT Singapore Super Premier. He
Another
actually won that whole
Kuma
event,
player.
first
Pretty
place
fucking
over,
good.
Nephew, I believe it
Alright,
was
that
Jen.
Shuto.
Rocket his DJ, who ended up getting into winners
Shuto
finals.
pretty-
Shuto beat
pretty
him to
fucking good.
qualify and also lost to Nephew as well to get third. So shout out to Jen. But Shuto, where is he dropping into? Where did he go?
Shuto is all the way at the end, Group H.
Group H.
He's in the
Oh,
Relax,
I
Angry
see.
Bird, Soul, Junio Ross. Then my man Shuto. Yeah, Shuto, I feel like he's actually one of the first players.
That seems
from
like a
that
pretty
new wave
interesting
of Japanese
group so
Gauntlet
far.
players. It's been a few years now, but
Yes.
remember it was
Seems
only
pretty
the OG fighting game gods, and then all of a sudden you had the
Pretty
Kawanos
fucking
and Shutos and guys like
balanced,
that.
in
my
We've seen
opinion,
him before
right?
doing it with
A
the
lot of
Urian,
pretty
and
good
then
players
right
in that
now,
bitch.
Of course, he switched away from the Marissa. Do you wish
I'm still
to
going
see
for my
some
boy
Marissa
Lex,
at Capcom Cup? Do you think it's a possibility at all?
It's actually a possibility. We've seen him bust out the Marissa here and there when he feels like he has to dig deep for a certain kind of matchup pick. Now, is it likely? I would say no. But
Yeah, yeah,
only
of course,
Shuto
of
can know.
course.
I don't know if he's spoken publicly about his strategy. Maybe I would assume he's holding that close to the chest right now.
Yeah.
Maybe he's looking at these names right now and figuring out what he's going to do. But it's not out of the question that he might bust out the Marissa. But I would definitely expect some top level, clean Akuma gameplay from Shuto in Group H.
You know what I'm liking? I feel like we're seeing some good character diversity in that Group H too, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's so many
general.
viable characters right now. Like overall
general.
in this event. Okay, our next offline player who's actually joining Shuto in Group H, if I'm not mistaken.
Let's see. Do we have a redraw rule here if it's Nephew? Otherwise, we proceed.
Let's see.
Let's see. Do we get to... We got one in the beginning. Do we get one at the end here? We do not. We have Kusanagi. the only sole Ryu player Ryu main
Kusanagi.
in the Capcom Cup, qualifying out of UFA from France with such a dominant performance at UFA, super electrifying grand final.
Kusanagi runs the
He's
Rio, right?
grown
The
to group
Ryu.
stage. Look at that group now. Lex, Angry Birds, Sol, Juninho, Ross, Shuto, Kusanagi. That
Oh, that's
is
fire.
a stacked
That's a-
group.
that's a
We
really
officially-
fucking.
That's our first full group. Huh? Oh no, we have Group A as well. Group
A
A
is decided,
and Group
Group
H are officially decided, ladies and gentlemen.
A and
Kusanagi
H.
cooking up with the Ryu, and then even his post
Yep, he is a
tournament win
Ryu.
interview talking about why he plays Ryu and everything. Extremely moving. I love to see a character specialist like that at Capcom Cup. Ryu players, they kind of better than all of us, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you.
It's just built into it. Yet they have that option select. Like if you beat them, like you're just using
Bro,
new
I'm
age
using
mechanics,
Ryu,
and
bro.
if they win, the fundamentals are superior.
Real
So
footsies.
I'm sure all the Group H players are going to be feeling that OS while they're eating Hashigeki frame traps left, right, and center. You know,
Okay.
and some drive rush overheads.
All the cheapest stuff in the world.
Yeah.
Like.
Let's see.
Fucking Ryu,
Our next
man.
offline competitor, ladies and gentlemen.
Let's see who it is.
Oh, we need to see what groups these people going into as well. Gonna check after this. Okay.
It is
Oh yeah.
Noah the Prodigy, Twisted Minds. Noah the Prodigy. He has been one of the most electrifying and
Noah.
he riles up the people, right?
Noah.
This guy has been just getting it done in game and also getting the people riled up. He's being thrown into Group B, qualified by winning Blink Respawn over there in the Dominican Republic. But also he's been taking NA regional events left, right, and center, and he's also the highest placing American player in the Esports World Cup, and that featured all the top American talent, right? It featured Menardi, it featured Punk, it featured all the best players were there. And Noah the Prodigy worked his way to a 9th place finish, I believe, taking home a pretty purse for himself. And there he is in Group B. No
Did
redraw there, but
pretty
we do
good
have
at
JD
the-
and
at
Noah the
the,
Prodigy in the same group, which is pretty interesting because they're both out of the
West
U.S.,
Coast.
Canada,
Did
West
pretty
Coast
fucking
region,
good at
but
the
they qualified via
EWC.
different
All right,
means.
he's going crazy at the
Look this group.
EWC.
We have NL in there.
People talk
Noah
about his
Prodigy thrown down in many of those
SFL
Esports World Cup qualifiers as well.
record.
So some familiar matchups and
But
also some
something
new ones there. I don't know.
something
I'll
you
tell
guys
what,
need to
Noah is
remember,
someone
okay?
who is very fascinating to look at this
US
Capcom
is
Cup
recorded
because
months
he's someone
in
who-
advance,
He does
right?
it his own way.
So,
in the game and more specifically
SFL
outside of
Noah the
game.
Prodigy
Nobody has
isn't the
play
same
style,
Noah the
and even
Prodigy
outside
that
of the game,
just
he's willing to talk
went
that
out
talk,
and
results
won
have shown us
Blink
that he has been
Respawn
able
and
to back
Frosty
it up
Faustings
as well.
and all these
So
other
my man's
tournaments.
Noah at Capcom Cup
Okay,
gonna
so
be
Noah-
very entertaining to see. I don't know who's going to win that group.
Pretty
you
fucking
could
good.
argue that he's
Okay.
the favorite. Even with
could.
NL being there, you could at least make that argument based on results.
All right,
Good. Yeah,
I
I'm
like
not sure
NL.
who's the favorite there at all.
I would love to
Most
see
of the
NL
groups
make
are
it
super
out.
hard to tell.
But
even
Noah?
in the next one as well.
I
Group
also
C,
really like Noah.
who's going to be
Okay,
able to make it out of that one? Get that.
I
offline
think
group.
Noah can make it out.
Let's see. Who are we adding into here with my man's dual Kevin, who the last player that we put in there?
DK.
Fighting out of these offlines. Let's see who
Okay.
we got.
Come on,
Let's see
Kev.
who we
You got this shit.
My man's Noah J Street.
Let's see who's next. We have the big one.
Ooh.
Tokido Reject Roto Z.
Tokido.
Sponsors keep on going. This
Come
guy
on,
is
bro.
a legend. What is there to say
Y'all
that
making
hasn't
this
been
too
said
hard for
about
me, bro. Y'all
Tokido,
know I'm
the
a
murder
Tokido
face? Thrown
stan.
into Group C with Dual Kevin Zingy, Polato Kakadu, Jabi M, and Gigi Halibol.
Why y'all gotta do this to me,
group
bro?
is nasty.
I fucking
What
love
is going on here?
Tokido.
That's gonna be god. Like,
But Kevin is in there. I want Kevin to win. I gotta go for my
Of a
Rashids.
premier event, but they have to fight each other in the same group. That is going to be absolutely insane. Tokido is somebody that's in the GOAT conversation. I don't want to spam the word too much. I don't want to
100% go. All right, and it's not up for debate. All right, dude is a fucking go. All right, bro's crack. Hey, put respect on his fucking name, chat.
He was. My man was already cooking up, and the fact that he is still doing it says a whole
All right, he
lot
had
about
he had a
him.
little bit of a
Shout out to
slow
my
start
man's
for Street Fighter
Tokido.
6, but I think
Might
he's
have
definitely
a
figured
Euro
out the game.
2023,
Okay, I think
top eight
he's
run back as well.
found
Tokido versus
formula to
Kakadu.
the
We had that
Krabby
moment
Patty.
where,
Okay,
Kakadu was about to
he
win
got
the
the
fight.
secret
Plot
Krabby
Plot
Patty
armor for
formula.
Tokido,
Okay.
where the OD spike combo, for some reason the automated spike went the wrong direction, caused the combo to drop, and Tokido mashed out the super and made the comeback.
Yeah.
So big matchups there. And Jabi M Tokido in the same group.
Oh, you're right, the
Harkening
run
back
back.
to Red Bull Kumite, South Africa, the beginning of Street Fighter 6's lifespan. So a lot of storylines converging here. It's going to be really interesting to see who makes it out of this group.
Okay. Now that said, I think the next one is going to be Group D, huh? Oh my
This
goodness.
group is
oh
ridiculous.
my goodness. Let me grab
How
my
many
coin.
group of deaths can we have?
Let me grab
many
my
can we
coin,
have?
Brian. It's stacked. It's stacked. all due respect, last year was amazing, but this year the skill level is even higher in my opinion. In my personal, it's insane right now, top to bottom.
All right.
Last year was going like
Moment of silence here to see what's going on.
Dramatic.
Let us see.
Uh-oh.
It is Emperor, the final offline qualifier, qualifying in the de facto LCQ out of Kings of the World from Korea. He's one of the newer players on the scene, and you know, he had a really strong showing in the Korea region, but you know, and he's that dude, he's getting that job done, right? But Emperor got it all the way done in Kings of the World. He ended up dropping into losers versus kills you and ended up winning the losers finals versus DCQ. DCQ got so close to qualifying this season but didn't quite make it.
Dude, bro, I was so sad, dude. I wanted DCQ to qualify, honestly. I really like DCQ. I wanted him to qualify, but definitely Killzone and Armpro definitely they definitely did the fucking thing. They were going crazy. But he did play Ken, okay. But I definitely did want
Are you kidding me?
DCQ to qualify.
Bravery, and Broski. I mean, there's just
it was unfortunate
from top to bottom. And how about
shout out to DCQ. I love DCQ.
Dude
is pretty fucking
you're
good.
15 years old, and that's who you gotta fight, bro. Like, that's insane.
They push him out the nest early. Time to spread your wings, man. It's time to go.
He might be too young to even understand the significance of the moment, though, which might help him in this situation. I mean,
we'll see.
His neutral is actually
but
insane.
he understands the game enough, man. I'd actually be worried for other players against Blas.
I agree.
I think everyone in that group has their work cut out for them. There is no easy path forward for anyone.
All right. Now let's see who
young whippersnappers are
next. This is our last three offline
you need to keep
competitors.
your eye on them. They're definitely a wild
Some
card.
big names. Let's see. Up next, we have the one, the only, two-time Mena RD. The only two-time Capcom Cup qualifier is back in the Capcom Cup this year, qualifying out of Cream City Convergence. He got it done early this year. You know, in 2023, had a really tumultuous time actually getting that qualification spot, coming so close in so many offline events. This time, he's thrown into Group E after qualifying out of Cream City early in the season. Mena RD, Christy CH, Limestone, Fudo, Diver, Mr. Crimson, and we have the run back as well. Fudo's the person who actually eliminated Mena RD out of groups in top 16 of Capcom Cup last season. After Mena RD escaped from the group of death on loser's side when the Shark got through winners, Fudo is who put a stop to him in that DJ matchup. You know, he was really suffering versus DJ back then. Same player, different matchups. We'll see what Mena RD even brings to the table this time. We don't even know what character he's going to play, what strategies. He's definitely cooking something up in his
Mena
between
plays a
Street Fighter
lot
League and qualifying so early in the season.
That should be an interesting one.
As big game players, and he is the definition of that. Just like the Michael Jordans, Tom Brady's, this is the same type of concept.
He powers up.
Absolute clutch. His level goes up like double, like an anime or something like that. Well, of course, as you said, the only two-time
guys are pretty good, man. Pretty good.
He also led his team to victory in the Street Fighter League World Championship, beating Europe and at the end beating Japan, a team that actually had Tokido and Bonchan on one squad. I believe even Sako as well. So this player is not to be reckoned with whatsoever. And Mena, no sponsor right now. You know that's about to change any day of the week.
And we'll see.
Take your shots while you can out there.
Any sponsors looking? Look at all the names with no sponsors in front of them.
Love
Take your pick, man.
Bonchan didn't qualify.
It could be your chance to go gambling here and supporting a player like we're going gambling on the
Gotcha-kun didn't qualify either, dude. Like,
Gotcha-kun
bro. I wanted Gotcha-kun.
This is Group F. Who are you delivering to Group F? You're signing their death certificate with this capsule right here, Rob. The final member of Group F, and we got two killers left in this offline section of the Capcom Cup group drawing, so we have to decide right now. It's going to be Lashar returns to
Lashar.
It is the Group of Death rerun. Lashar, the man who took it from winner's side last time, who was the monkey wrench in the bracket. We had a Mena RD, we had a Kaba, we had an Ending Walker, we had Nero the Boxer, and we had Angry Bird, and then Lashar. Who's Lashar? Who is this? Well, you know this guy now. He's been running shop in Street Fighter League Japan. He ended up getting second in Street Fighter League Japan, qualified second out of CPT Japan Premier. He is in there with Jack, Uriel Valorio, Cien, Oil King, and Big Bird.
Oh my God.
That's the one. That's the one right there.
Jack
was a part of
really he's gonna have to make it out of the Group of Death, huh?
2 years in a row,
My
brother.
God.
2 years in a row. That is the most ridiculous group so far. It gotta be. Gotta be. Big Burr, Oil King, Shen, Oriole, Jack, and
Well.
Lashar. But you know what? Clearly he's comfortable in that situation. This is what last
Personally,
time
I'm gonna have
took
to
them,
go
ended up making it all the way out of
for.
there and have one of the most dominant performances there
Fuck,
at
dude, I
Capcom
don't
Cup.
even
That's
know,
what put him on the
dog.
map to the international audience. He was cooking up in his.
I
his
like
region, up
just
there
the
in
kid,
Korea.
but
he played
I
a
also
lot with,
like-
the
I really
Asian
like
players,
Lashar.
so everyone knew he was of that caliber. If you
Yeah,
paid
I'm probably.
attention to
I think
that
I'm gonna go
pocket
with
of the
those
world
two.
in the online tournament,
Lashar
but
and
it wasn't
Jack.
for like the international eyes who watch only the offline
I think-
events.
I think
that was
Jack
the tournament
can
that
make
put
it
him on
out
the map.
with the
And
group of
since
death.
that moment, that fifth
Mm,
place
just
Capcom
the
Cup
kid.
finish, right, and getting on
You
the
know?
other side, he's been just on a tear. Moved to Japan, participating in
I think
Super
he can do
League.
it.
He's been so much more visible in the world of Street Fighter, and now he's everybody's problem again in Group F.
We just saw that cool, like, emotional moment with him and Tokido going viral on Twitter from Street Fighter League, Japan World Finals, and everything. Much love to Lashar. I don't know why Brian did you like that. Now, let's go ahead and get our last player we know. Oh,
This is the final player here. Hold
on. I
This
need
is
to-
this is the final player for the Capcom Cup group
Oh,
draw.
entirely. Yeah, you're right.
Entirely.
This is
We've
it.
gone through 47 players. This,
This
is
is
number
it.
48. We know who it is at this
We
point.
know who it is. We know
who
the
it-
Dark One, the Dark Lord,
Yeah.
the one and only.
We know who it is. Let's give him his due process here as we sign his death certificate to put him in another brutal group.
Yeah, that group is
Make it
insane
official.
too, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That group
There's
is
no
crazy
easy
too, bro.
path out for any of these players. It is carnage left, right, and center.
Raggy.
Of course, our guy,
Nephew.
Nephew, the final player to be drawn into the groups for Capcom Cup.
All right.
11. And he's gonna
Okay,
join
Nephew.
Knuckle Kaba and the others in that final group. Group G there, Nephew,
my
Knuckle Kaba,
gosh.
Shao Hai
Ooh.
kills you, Juicy Joe.
Oh my gosh.
Brutal groups all around.
Okay, so it looks like Nephew is in
That's
another group of
Wild.
death.
Okay,
So Group F and
right
Group
there.
G
My man's
are
Dark Net.
group of death.
Nephew, an extremely fascinating
Wow.
situation where he
Wow.
let the world know
Nephew-
that, as I
Nephew's
alluded
gonna have to
earlier
put in
jokingly,
some
but
work.
in all seriousness,
Okay,
he
he's
Nephew is like
he got a bit of
something
a
like that.
bit of
My
a
man's went and
there.
decided to go full time on Street Fighter. He already was getting amazing results before that, but I absolutely love to see that. And of course, he got the backup plan if he ever need it, but it's not looking like he gonna need to with these type of performances. Shout out to my man's Nephew on Team Liquid. That group is crazy though. Now, Brian, as we look at these groups,
Dude,
and chat
bro,
everybody at home,
these groups-
let Team
these
Roman
groups
know
are insane.
Who has the most ridiculous group? What's your top 2 craziest groups at least? I gotta say,
FG.
Ooh, okay, hold on, let me look first, Brian. Let me look first.
FG
blame you
looking
for picking any group.
insane, bro.
Nah, don't be political. Do not be politically correct. This
Yeah,
is
don't-
no
don't-
neutral.
don't
I
get
got a
political,
top three.
Brian.
I got a top 3.
Come on now,
neutral.
come on now.
What do you got? I got a top 3.
This ain't easy, bruh.
You gotta get it done.
Production, what the chat saying? Production, what the chat saying?
Yeah, what's here? I'm sure we're seeing a lot of Group Fs.
I think
Group F is the worst. I don't care what y'all talking about.
Group F, yeah.
Group F is the best one.
The mothership's coming in saying Group F is what you guys are deciding.
I think
A, F, and G.
Yeah.
Really?
I think you
Yeah,
guys,
those are
I
my-
agree with the chat. A, F, and G.
Yeah, those are
I
my
think Chat
picks.
might be sleeping on Group D. I'm looking at Group D over here. I'm seeing a lot of killers. I fully believe in the Blast run. I think Adam and Armper are gonna show a lot of people.
I think
their
Group
talent
D is
here.
more
Phoenix
like
Bowers,
a-
Nasty Broski. I believe in Bravery's been super consistent throughout the years. I
an
think Group D
unpredictable
might be
team,
another
but
group to look out
in
for as
terms of
well.
like
But then Group C.
groups
Group
of
C as well.
death?
Like,
Yeah.
Group
Oh,
H.
bro, Kev, so Kakaru.
I think
Jobby.
AFG.
Oh, it's
I think
Zangief. Oh my
AFG
God, that stuff is insane. Are you kidding
I
me,
think
bro?
Are the
they're all
deadliest
just
looking
sick.
ones.
I'm getting excited about the matches so far. I mean, no
But
matter
all
which
of these
one you
groups
at, I
look
don't think you
really
can call,
fucking solid.
a winner
Like
or
like
loser
these
out
are
of it.
these are gonna be some
right now, Brian, because
fire
I need
fucking
your top
matches.
3 picks. I
Oh,
need you.
man.
If you had to bet your money, if you could get a 25% of that $1 million win,
Okay.
3 picks
To win
based
the whole
off of
thing?
this, to win the whole thing. And of course, we know it's hard to call.
3
But if you had
picks.
to, looking at the groups and everything,
If I had to,
and people's current form and all of that.
Punk.
Okay.
I think Punk. I think Punk has that group. I mean, anyone could take it over him, but I think he's the favorite.
Yeah.
That's just my honest opinion. I'm looking at. I think maybe an Angry Bird if he comes up in form.
Punk, Angry Bird, okay.
And I'm thinking, just based on the groups, if I had to pick one, like I'm thinking, like who's going to get through the groups the most unscathed? No one's getting out of here without a scratch.
Because you can be godlike, but if you just have the toughest group,
you might be mentally
be
drained. Yeah, who's going to be able to get through this in winners and be mentally sound? I don't know. That's why I'm staying away from the group of death. I just feel like everyone's going to be shell shocked by the time they get out of it.
Even if you make it out in winners, like
Right.
at what cost?
Right, exactly. I think just being mentally sound and having a group where you
Okay, chat. Okay. Hold on. Let's just pause. Okay, let's pause for a minute. Okay. Okay. Top 3 to win this shit. Okay. I'm gonna have to go. I think, like, there's no bias who I think is gonna win this shit, right? Because obviously I want my personal favorites to win this shit, right? Like, I want my Rashids to do the thing, right? Right? Like, I'm going for Dual Kevin, JB, Big Bird, Oil King. But yeah, I'm going for my goats, right? Like, I want Tokido, that's my dog, right? Like, I want my favorites to win, obviously. But if I have to be realistic about who I think is gonna win, I think Punk has a really good chance of winning. He's been performing really well, right? He's doing really well at the SFL US. He took Evo, right? He's been doing really well. So I think Punk definitely is a contender to be the next Capcom Cup millionaire. Aside from him, I think Xiaohai also has a really good chance of taking this shit, right? Xiaohai is best known for being, unarguably in my opinion, the GOAT of KOF, right? Like, when you think best KOF player, you think Xiaohai, right? Xiaohai's the GOAT, okay? So I think Xiaohai has the best. I think he's also one of my favorites, right? I think he's definitely got it in him to be the next Capcom Cup millionaire, right? He took EWC, right? He took EWC, and he's just been on a reign of terror. So I think he also has a very good chance of taking this whole thing. And outside of those two, I think my third pick would have to be. It's a hard one, man. You got a lot of killers in this. I think one of the birds, right? Either Angry Bird or Big Bird. I think both of them have a pretty good chance of taking it. I think Angry Bird, just because, I mean, Angry Bird has been, pretty good, right? Evo champion. He an MVP of the SFL EU. He had a phenomenal run at SFL EU, right? I'm pretty sure he didn't. I'm pretty sure he didn't lose a set. Okay, like Angry Bird, he's on one. Right? He's on demon time. Those are my top 3. For my dark horse, I would have to go with Noah the Prodigy. Okay, I know some people, have their opinions about Noah the Prodigy or whatever. I think Noah the Prodigy has the best chance of being the dark horse to become the next Capcom Cup millionaire, right? I mean, you got Blaws in there, you got the youngsters, right? You got, Dual Kevin. Dual Kevin's been really fucking consistent, right? A lot of second place finishes. Very, very consistent player. It would just be a matter if he can close it out. So I think Dual Kevin could also have that chance, and same for JB, right? JB pretty fucking good at it. This is just me not being biased, right? Like you can't deny Dual Kevin and JB pretty fucking good.
Idom as well. I think he could. He's already been Capcom Cup champion, right? He took it in 2019. So I think Idom is another guy that could definitely take the shit. But in terms of just like out of all the players, I think Noah the Prodigy is the most viable pick for me personally, and to be the dark horse to win this whole fucking thing, right? Like, his reactions are insane, right? He's been playing out of his mind, right? Like I said before, right? He performed really well at the Esports World Cup. You know, I know a lot of people talk about his, like I said before, a lot of people talk about his SFL record. He lost all of his SFL US matches. But again, SFL US is recorded months in advance. So Noah in SFL is not the same Noah that we have right now, right? Like current form Noah, not the same one from SFL. Okay, the Noah that played in SFL is not the same Noah that one blink respawn at the Dominican. Not the same Noah that took Frosty Faustings. Like Noah right now is in really, really solid state right now. Okay, I think Noah's definitely gonna be the dark horse for me. But yeah, those are just my picks. I think Punk, Xiaohai, Angry Bird, top 3 to win it. Dark Horse, Noah the Prodigy. Those are my picks. Those are my guys. But you know, I wouldn't be terribly upset if you know my Rashids locked in and you know did the thing. You know, Oil King, Jay Beavers, DK. You know, Dual Kevin. He can win it, right? You know, Big Bird, my guys. If only we had Gotcha-kun in there, man. And
do really good, might you know, get the ego going a little bit.
I miss him, man.
I don't know. I'm gonna go with my guy Kakadu. I think he's been due for a big win. I'm gonna go with him.
I'm gonna go, and that's good picks. I'm going Punk the God. Okay, hold on, where's Minna at? Let me see
Group
where
E.
Minna at.
He's got a good chance, man. Yeah, Group E.
Ooh, I'm going Punk the God. I'm going with the only 2-time Capcom Cup champion, Minna RD, and Red Bull Kumite champion and all that, and Evo champion, and my dog, the one and only Dual Kevin.
Okay. I like some Midwest bias in there.
Dual Kevin.
He has been one of the most consistent players.
Yeah, like I said,
in the
very
world
consistent
this year. And looking at his, okay, your group is crazy though, dog. I ain't gonna sit up here and lie to you. Group C is not easy.
None of these groups are easy, man.
Nah,
easy.
Dual Kevin got this. Sorry. Lock in, bro.
Now that
I believe in Kev. I believe in him.
before we get to our next draw that we have, which is of course going to be for Street Fighter League, I do want to make sure that we take a look at one of something extremely important. I think there's something we got to get to before we get into our next draw, Brian. And of course, that is the Humble Bundle. Ladies and gentlemen, hit your friends with a punishing Shoryuken in our Capcom Arcade and Classic Fighters Pack. Dive into a robust collection of Street Fighter titles, including Street Fighter V Championship Edition and Street Fighter 30th Anniversary. I'm so sorry. Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection and fantastic arcade titles like Mega Man and Final Fight. Get hyped for tournament season, test your skills, and help support the Children's Miracle Network hospitals with your purchase. Let's do something positive too.
Yeah, play some Street Fighter 5. I know a lot of people have been
bro.
waiting to revisit some Street Fighter 5, so finally we got a chance to get it on a discount with some other Capcom goodies bundled in there. So
yeah, absolutely fire to see. And something else that's going to be amazing to see is, of course, the Street Fighter League World Championship. Ooh. That's going to be crazy. It delivers every single year, but we have to find out. You know, of course, there's 3 teams. Yes. You got Team Japan, you got Team United States Street Fighter League, and then Team EU. We only have 2 of those teams figured out, but we're about to see exactly where they're going to get drawn to. Who wants to do the honors on this? Which one
I guess I'll. It might be
Brian.
my turn to go gambling a little bit here. So we're really just
Roro
drawing
Raggy.
here to determine the order of the
SFL.
matches
Yeah, I
played
completely
in,
forgot
like,
about the
round
SFL.
robin phase of the bracket. So
Okay.
this will determine those matches. Now we already have Team Japan, and
Improv.
Team EU
Lock in.
decided, but we don't have Team USA. We'll see actually the playoffs for Team USA next week coming up to decide who's going to fill that spot here. So we got 3 capsules in here.
And as you guys can see on this graphic here, right? This is very relevant because this decides who's the home and away team as well. The home team has the advantage of seeing who the other team's order is going to be, which characters, and they're going to get to counterpick. So this is very big to see who plays who first and who's home, who's away. Let's see what's going on.
And having that advantage of winning the round robin is super important. You skip ahead to the grand finals, right? So you want to have every advantage you can get. Who's going to be Team A?
First and foremost,
Street Fighter League EU, Ninjas in Pajamas. One of the most busted teams we've seen in Street Fighter League history. We got Angry Bird, Big Bird, Veggie, and Phenom all in one team. The Street Fighter League EU champions dominating
All right.
EU. You know, we had enough of the birds in Street Fighter League US. We had to send them over to
they
EU.
they was over there smoking everything. That's crazy. Again, Angry Bird, somebody who was MVP over here in the NA Street Fighter League, and then also went over there doing the same thing with EU. How in the world do you have those guys all on one team? I mean, I feel like it was GG's before it even ended.
Isn't
That
there
team
like
is
a
crazy.
salary trading cap or something?
Man,
There
oh, Brian with the sports shirt. I see
I'm
you,
just
Brian.
saying. I don't know.
I see you, Brian.
I've been studying up a little bit. We're figuring this out. But who's going to be Team B going up against Street Fighter League EU in that round 1 match?
Let's see.
All right.
We
Who's
got a
going to be?
50-50.
What we got?
We got a 50-50.
And this is Street Fighter League
Japan.
Good 8 squad.
The
return.
Good 8 squad, ladies and gentlemen. Good 8 squad. Of course, we've seen them already making the finals making the world finals a couple of years ago. They're
Right.
back again. I'll tell you guys something. Team pedigree. Of course, you already know Japan is the land of fighting game godhood, but those guys specifically, I mean, come on, led by Gachi-kun, Capcom Cup champion. Then of course you got Pugera on there. You got
Kawano.
You got Kawano. You got Mochi on there now as well. That team
really
is stacked.
Really excellent mix of players, and they also have like Mochi with like the surprise Dawson pick in
Yes.
there. And yeah, they're back again. They won Worlds back in the final year for Street Fighter V, if I believe correctly. So super dominant players, and it's cool that they're going to be here.
Gotcha,
I don't think any of
Kun.
them qualified for Capcom Cup this year, so they're actually going to be participating in Street Fighter League
you're
World.
right.
So interesting mix of players. They get to
I
show
think
up
that
and
gives
compete.
you an advantage.
They're going to be more focused.
You're just focused on that.
Yeah,
You got to
we'll
focus
see.
on these crazy Capcom Cup groups. It's hard to focus on that and Cup.
Yeah, they might be coming in fresh, and I mean they're super stacked regardless. So tough team to beat for anyone. And we have the final team here. You know
Wait, so
who
does
they
that mean
are.
Gacha-kun
Yeah.
could
Well, actually,
still qualify
we don't know who
through
they are.
SFL?
Oh, this is true. Yeah. So of course
don't
the
know who
final
they
team. We don't know who the team is going to be. But next week, you guys will be able to find out. We just got to make sure we do the formalities, give them their respect. Of course, this
roll.
is Street Fighter League US, ladies and gentlemen. Now, of course, Street Fighter League US, some people like to be called with bias, but at the end of the day, these are the returning, the defending, the reigning champions, Brian.
That's true. That's true. They took it. You know, MENA RD
Bandits.
had with Team Bandits. They had such a MENA RD had such a strong year in season 1 of Street Fighter 6, but also that the stamp on it really was the Street Fighter League World Championship finish. And MENA RD has been saying he's taking this as seriously as anything else, but we don't even know that's who it's going to be because we still have Bandits versus C9. We have FlyQuest in there. We also have
FlyQuest auto in grand finals,
Yeah.
and then we have Team Fighting Spirit
Fighting
as
Spirit
well.
in there.
Fighting
as well.
Spirit's still in that
the
bitch,
playoffs are
bro.
gonna be incredible. Those are next week, so we actually get to
Yes.
see who's going to
I'm
qualify
full
for
locked
the
in with
US
Cloud9
to try to
chat.
reclaim
I
the title.
really
And,
want
Kim's
Cloud9 to win
motivated.
this
I
shit.
talked to him on Trash Talk, our interview, and he said that he's actually really motivated to put USA on his back for once and try to win one with an all USA
that's
squad.
fire. That's
so
fire.
I fear for anyone going up against Team FlyQuest and Street Fighter League USA and whoever's going to take the winner of Street Fighter League USA and Street Fighter League Worlds.
Okay, man, Brian. So looking at this, is this one too hard to call
Man.
for you? I'm going to good old US of A.
I
The
mean,
good old
can we
US
be biased?
The good
I mean,
old
like,
US of A.
I'm sorry. Yeah. What do you want me to say here?
Come on,
yeah.
Brian.
I mean, Team USA, man. But I mean, these are all incredible players. It's
Oh, yeah.
actually you can't call
No,
it.
I
The
can
level
easily-
of play is
In-
absurd.
Not just
If
for
Cloud9
being PC or trying to be political.
wins
No,
SFL US,
honestly,
I'm gonna go
that is
Cloud9. But if they're not the ones that make it to SFL WC, I'm going with
I feel like they've had the biggest.
I'm going with
shift out of
Japan.
Everybody,
100%.
As far as like the highest.
I want
jump
Gachikun.
in their
I want
team
Gachikun to
level.
win
So
that
hidden,
shit.
Like new storyline being spun here. You know,
Am I biased?
Angry Bird and Big
Oh,
Bird
yeah,
just got picked
100%.
up by Team Reject.
Sue me.
Team Reject lost in grand finals.
But
to,
if Fighting
Team
Spirit
Japan.
makes it in,
Team
I'll
Japan.
go
So
for
maybe
Fighting
the
Spirit. I'll
Birds
go
are
for
extra
Oil
motivated to get some
King.
revenge for their teammates with
get back.
Yeah, to cover up for Team Reject losing in Street Fighter League Japan. So we will see how all these webs intertwine come Street Fighter League World Championship.
Now, that said, ladies and gentlemen, officially, of course, you have seen it as far as we have seen all of the players, where they're going to be in the groups and everything. Before, can we please take one more look? I know we got some things to get to for everybody, but can we please take one more look at all of the filled out groups? Because, oh my goodness, Big Hollywood still can't believe it right now, Brian. Are you kidding me?
Look at this. I am so excited for Capcom Cup 11. You know, we all love a group of deaths that brings the drama. But I love that we have such a spread of amazing players from all over the planet in every group. Every group has killer after killer after killer and storylines that are intertwining and coming to a head here at Capcom Cup 11 in Japan. So we know it's going to be dramatic every step of the way, and I think that's what the people want. The people deserve it. We want to see the high-level action, but we also want to see the stakes and the players give it their all, and all competing for that chance at life-changing money, $1 million.
Yeah, dude, that's a
This
lot
is
of fucking money.
This is a situation where there is no time to turn your
That's retirement
You know
money
what I
right
mean?
there.
Every single group is entirely stacked. There is no bathroom break. Make sure you got your popcorn, all that type of stuff, because every single group is hitting on all cylinders. That said, we do need to hit on a few things before we head out. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at a couple of things really quick before me and Brian F. slides out. First and
what y'all got for me?
foremost, as you can see, we have Capcom Cup 11 almost. Actually, we're starting off with Street Fighter. Okay, there we go. We have Capcom Cup 11. It is almost here. Capcom Cup 11 will be upon us at the historic Ryugoku Kokugikon in Japan from March 5th to 9th. Tune in to see who's going to be crowned the next Capcom Cup champion. But that won't be the only champion crown, as the Street Fighter League World Championship will crown one of 3 teams from Europe, Japan, and the United States. You won't want to miss any of the upcoming exciting matches, so stay tuned on Capcom Fighters.
And of course, we also have Street Fighter League US Finals. It has a new date. You got to tune in next weekend on February 22nd on Capcom Fighters and see which Street Fighter League US team punches their ticket to the Street Fighter League World Championship in Japan.
We'll be watching that, by the way.
Try to call
100%.
it on February 22nd. Tune in.
Now, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Last but not least, the grand finals of the first ever Reject Fight Night Jam Slam Street Fighter 6 International Championship kicks off this March right there in Japan. 2 teams from Jam Slam's US qualifiers are going to face off against 2 teams from Team Reject to crown the ultimate international champion. Date and time and official tickets will be announced.
Should be insane.
So stay tuned. Much love to my man Jam, man. Oh my goodness. Jam Slam is so fire. It was cool to see you competing in that and everything last year as well, bro. And even this year too.
We did our best. Team Unk, you know, we got our licks in.
Team Unk is crazy.
Team Unk got our licks in, but
ultimately
we'll be sitting at the sidelines watching the finals in Japan.
Okay, and of course that's not the only thing we're going to be watching in the finals.
Oh man, I wanted Team Shine to qualify, but no, 100% Team Shine. They were playing out of their mind. Okay, Shumimi, Mogu,
but
Huntress.
with that being the case, we are set up for one of the most ridiculous, one of the most
They're going crazy, man. They're going crazy.
Capcom Cups to date.
And Shine as well, dude. Shine.
I cannot wait to see it.
Shine was playing out of his mind with the Ed.
That's Capcom Cup, man. It's a yearly tradition.
And the Kimberly as well.
You try to make your predictions of who's going to go all the way, and you can never call it. So I'm sure the drama will
and
be
the Chun-Li
right.
picks.
The action will be amazing, and we're going to see the highest level
I
of
liked
Street
it.
Fighter
I like that.
6
I big fuck with it.
Brian, it's always a pleasure, brother.
My God.
Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. We will see you guys at Capcom Cup. I've been your boy Big Hollywood Rob TV. This has been my dog Brian F. And until next time, we're gone. See you at Capcom Cup.
Oh
Who's going
boy.
to carry the torch going to Capcom Cup?
Oh, jump, jump.
Lower the prodigy. Welcome to the Capcom Cup. What a long road that was ahead of
Tokido, he is your champion of CPT Japan.
Opera. with the resetting grand finals.
And
bruh.
Shuto now books his place to Capcom Cup. And the grab takes it from Mena RD and Team Bandits. $1 million is going to be awarded to Uma.
Gets it low, and there it is. Punk gets his retribution. The anticipation that we all been waiting for. The Bandits, your SFL Season 6 champions. The trophy, along with a ticket to Capcom Cup 11.
Chat.
That's it. I'm fucking hyped. I'm very excited for Capcom Cup 11. Okay, I think Group A, F, and G are the groups of death. Okay, so we're gonna have to keep our eyes on those two. Okay, we're gonna have to keep our eyes on A, F, and G. Wow. The Capcom Cup 11 is looking fucking phenomenal. Okay, like it's stacked. A lot of insane players in this shit right now. Okay. But I'm gonna be heading out now. This was fire. Okay, this I don't normally do like these reaction type streams, but it's Capcom Cup 11, so I figured we gotta get on here and see who our teams are gonna be. Okay. I'm planning to be here for SFL US finals if it gets streamed, right? So I'll definitely be watching that on Saturday, February 22nd. That should be pretty fucking fire. Okay, I'm going for Cloud9 all the way. I want Cloud9 to fucking take it. Oh man, I'm excited. I'm excited. And don't worry, chat, because we're gonna be watching Capcom Cup 11 as well when it kicks off March 5th. And we're also gonna be watching Reject and Say Jam Slam. Okay, we're gonna have to watch that because that I'm definitely hyped for that. Okay, I wanted Team Shine to do the thing, but definitely very happy to see the iPhone and Nephew teams doing the thing. Should be pretty interesting to see how they do against Reject. So I don't know what to expect, chat. I'm not sure what to expect to happen. You know, maybe the Sajam teams, Sajam Slam teams, cook up Reject. I don't know. We're gonna have to see what happens. But definitely very hyped. A lot of Street Fighter 6 action that we're gonna be watching.